It's time to be kind and rewind your mind. And don't ever forget that the time is coming, my friend. The time is coming. The time is coming to mainline tacos intravenously through your veins. Intravenously, I mean. Whatever. It is now time for Taco Tuesday, baby. Woo! Was that a little over the top or what?
Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Look out, world, get out of my way. Can't keep me from Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. That's my good news day. You never know what Hebrew will say. Let's all meet Taco Tuesday. Time to be kind, inspire your mind. You never know what Sagi will find. A welcome break from the daily grind. Taco Tuesday, that's my good news day. Look out, world, can't keep us away. Call in if you got something to say. Let's all meet Taco Tuesday.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Taco Tuesday. I'm your host with the most that likes to eat his Tostitos dipped in cheese sauce, of course. But that's not just any ordinary cheese sauce. No. It's quesadilla cheese sauce, which is kind of weird because quesadilla is Mexican for cheese. So you're saying cheese when you say quesadilla cheese. Tonight, we have the great, Sagittarically speaking, alongside with Dan the Man. Scarabperformance will be here as well. And hey, even if he's not here, please don't be too pissed off at us because he did say he would be here. Well, he didn't say, he said, don't write it in stone. He said, write it in pencil. Remember that, Sagi? Sagi?
Yeah, I'm trying here. I couldn't unmute. I was pressing the button. And anyway, yeah, he told it. He said we could pencil him in. I added the set in stone part. That was that was what I said. But yeah. He said we could pencil him in. But Mr. Dan the Man, Scarabperformance himself. He's not always the most prompt individual. He's not the early guy to show up, so he could his flight could land any minute. We got reporters live at the airport waiting his arrival. Holding up a sign saying "Beetle Guy." So hopefully he arrives shortly,
real soon. And
yeah.
hey, you know what though?
What's that?
It looks like we have a beautiful audience here tonight.
Well, you know what? I couldn't imagine an audience anything but beautiful. But please do go on, my friend.
In fact, in the audience tonight, man, let me tell you something. We have a cast of characters which include Connie Joe Wood, Affected by Grace, and I'll tell you what, Affected by Grace was on Armor Up's good old live stream the other day, and he did beautifully, I must say. And I'm looking forward to having him on our Shifty Sunday show. Hopefully next week. Hopefully. Just keep your fingers crossed, guys.
Well, I happen to have been there as well, and I heard quite a bit of that conversation, and it was very nice to hear somebody's story, or just somebody that has been that you've seen in chat quite a few times. Actually, get to hear their real voice and their real human side of them, and the stuff that he had to say and share was very compelling. I was really glad to have been there and to been part of it. If anybody missed that broadcast, you should go check it out. I think he had some type of copyright issue. I'm not sure if he's figured all that out yet, but as soon as the show's available, I recommend people to go check it out for sure.
Yeah, I think it's up and going.
All right.
But speaking of up and going, here we go. We got more people in here. We've got really Eddie Von Keen. Really, you gonna change your name on us again?
Okay, what is it now?
All right, let's see if I can get this right. Oligarch Eddie Sleestack McKean.
You mean oligarch?
Oligarch? Yeah, I guess it's oligarch. What's an oligarch?
Well, that's a whole different conversation for a whole different time, my friend.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah.
intricate? Hmm.
Well, it's not that. Let's just finish the yeah.
We've
Shout
got
out.
Jennifer Richardson.
Alizade.
Huh? What'd you say?
Alizade.
Alizade. Alizade. And of course, we have Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine? Huh.
Yes, Michael Fontaine.
Honest Hunter Hayden is in the house.
Oh wow, man, we got quite a few. Just when you think you've named them all, there's even more appears. There's even hunters hiding. Keep going.
Armor Up is here.
All right.
And I'm sure we got a few lurkers. So, hey, welcome to the show, everybody. We love to have you, each and every one of you. And, it's really not a Taco Tuesday unless you are all tacoed up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like a taco prep. You got to be prepped.
You got to be prepped and ready, just like I am right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't go out late afternoon on Taco Tuesday looking for a head of lettuce and a jar of salsa. You should wake up and it already be there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, man. I had it all ready. I was gonna have my taco salad on Taco Tuesday, but you know what?
Yeah.
I thought, man, I'll just do stir fry. But that's not until Friday.
What do you mean stir fry?
What do you mean? What do I mean stir fry?
You talking about stir fry on Taco Tuesday?
I know, man, right? It seems weird.
Did you like bump your head or something when you got out of bed this morning?
No, but I tell you what did happen when I got out of bed this morning.
What's that?
My mind was focused on changing out my light switch to my kitchen.
Okay, and when you put your mindset to something, usually you accomplish it. So,
That's what they say.
Yeah. So how did this work out for you?
Well, I got to tell you, man, I made a video, okay, and I haven't aired it yet. So I was kind of saving that for a surprise, but you know what? I'll go ahead and save the audience time and money, and I'll say that my light works. It totally works. But the whole fun of watching the videos to see my trials and tribulations of what
it's not whether or not we ever doubted you would get it to work. It's the hijinks along the way that got you there. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, when you guys see it, you'll be like, ha ha, he bro, ha ha ha, you can't do shit. And then there'll be a surprise twist ending. And they'll be like, oh, Hebrew can do shit.
Yes, I'm wondering if they're taking odds now on how many times you electrocute yourself.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, my friend. Maybe that's what happened to me, and that's why I was thinking of stir fry instead of taco salad for Taco Tuesday.
Well, yeah, I had already came up with that conspiracy theory. I was divulging it right as you were speaking it.
Yeah, I figured that. I figured that's why you brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, Hebrew, I bet that when you were fixing your kitchen light, that's why you did your taco, your stir fry instead of taco salad.
Yep, that's it. Yeah. You've got my number.
I knew it. See, I knew it, man. I knew that's exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah. Are we gonna watch the actual video? Are you gonna play it here?
No, I haven't got it uploaded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what I did have. I premiered my Ghostbusters movie Dun, 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 dun. Who you gonna call? Dun, 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 dun. Ghostbusters. I premiered that about 2 p.m. today,
You did, huh? I was sleeping at that time.
Central Time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I had a record breaking number of 3 people watching it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was amazing. I had Armor watching it, and he got to see firsthand my amazing special effects and my amazing voice work. And I even had my wife doing voices as well in this one.
You did?
Yes,
Huh.
sir.
You
Mhm.
didn't cross the streams, did you?
Oh no, definitely did not do that.
Okay, cool.
Well, yes, I did. At the end of the movie, I did.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I just gave it away. I shouldn't have said that. I said too much, man.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
done spoiled it for everybody.
yeah.
Except for
Everybody,
the 3 people that were already there and heard it.
yeah. The 3 people that watched it. Well, Armor didn't watch it to the end because he had to upload his video, man.
Oh, okay.
But when you got to upload a video, you got to upload a video. That video, that live stream was amazing, and it was such a shame that they took it down.
Yes, it was. Yeah, no, it was very disheartening because it was such a great show and it was so impromptu. Like it just kind of happened spur of the moment. And sometimes that's the best moments.
Hmm. Yeah, Mark, if you switch to live chat, like if you're on top chat and then you switch to live chat, all of the messages will start popping up at once. You'll see them. But
Mm,
if you're on live chat and switch to top chat, I don't know. That's weird. He says, okay, okay, let me put it on screen so you can see it too.
all right.
He says, okay, I wasn't seeing all the messages in chat. I switched to top chat, which is weird because usually the default setting is top chat. Okay.
Yes.
So he says, I switched to top chat and some popped up. Usually I have to switch to live chat. Yes, that's true. And he goes, I don't know. So yeah,
Yeah. I would just switch back to the live chat and just leave it there. I mean,
yeah.
generally speaking, that's where you get your best results.
And also, generally speaking, is like, isn't that going to be your new nickname? Generally speaking.
No, it used to be generally speaking, but I evolved it to sagittarically speaking.
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah.
used to be like a little I don't know, a little yellow guy. And then Pokemon evolved up into a bigger yellow guy, and then I became this guy.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Yeah, I
yeah,
wondered how that happened. So
yeah,
you told us your origin story. That's cool.
yeah, yeah.
I like that. I like to hear a superhero's origin story. You're super. What do you call yourself? I know you're a chili pepper, but are you super chili?
Well, I started off as just a little tamale,
Uh huh.
and then I became a medium hot tamale, and
Oh,
now I'm a full-fledged hot tamale
I see.
with a green cape. And the only thing higher than a green cape is a black cape. So if I get the black cape, I'm like a sensei of
Oh
tamales.
man, I tell you what. That's awesome. Hey, speaking of senseis and green capes and black
Hmm.
capes, by the way, your cape looks yellow.
Yeah.
Have you caught the third season of Cobra Kai yet?
No, but I am aware of its existence.
No. Well,
Is
Cobra
the
Kai,
entire season out, or did they just start playing episodes, or they drop the whole season
I
at
think
once?
they,
What?
I think they dropped a whole season.
Oh, wow, wow, that's
Yeah,
intense.
it is.
So have you seen it?
No, I have not. I thought I tried to watch the first episode or whatever, but I can't find it anywhere that isn't, Netflix. I gotta get on Netflix, but
Mm.
I don't have I don't have a Netflix account, don't you know?
Well, maybe it just hasn't dropped yet. Maybe it's about to drop.
Well, no, it is dropped. It's just,
Oh, okay.
mm-hmm.
All right.
I've been watching YouTube and I see where people have seen the entire season. They're talk about it and they talk about it in Facebook.
Okay.
I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up, please.
Right.
Oh, shit. I just said the F word.
Yes, you did. And then you said shit.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to say that. You got to stop me from cussing, Sagi.
Yeah, okay, that's my responsibility.
Well, it is. You're the superhero. Your virtues and your values. You should come up to me and grab me by the collar and shake me and say, "Listen, motherfucker, stop cussing."
Right. Grab you by the handlebar mustache.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Hey, did you know that we're allowed to cuss like as human beings? Like it's not forbidden anywhere.
It's not, huh?
No.
Like there's no sign posted, no cussing here. Well, that's good to know.
No, I mean, you know how some people say that cussing is a sin, you know.
Right.
That's the same kind of
Well, I still
crazy.
think that there's like unwritten rules of etiquette on when it's appropriate. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
I know. But it's absolutely not a sin though. Nowhere in the Bible does it say it's a sin,
Hmm.
you know.
And I think the rules are more lax in certain
Oh yeah.
areas than others. Like in a mechanic shop,
Mhm.
where hammers are meeting thumbs, you're going to hear the occasional four-letter
Oh yeah.
expletives.
Oh yeah.
It's to be expected, but other places not so much.
Hmm. Armor corrected me. He said it does say not to use vulgar language,
Well, there you go.
but I don't know that what vulgar language is.
Well, I'm pretty sure that falls into the category of vulgar.
I'm playing dumb. Of
Uh,
course I do.
well, yeah, if
Well,
that's what works, that works for you, man.
yeah. Well, I'm doing it hoping that like if I play dumb,
Hmm.
I could use that as an excuse. See,
Well, yeah.
like I didn't know. Like, oh my gosh,
Hmm.
I didn't know that, man.
But you're only lying to yourself, my friend.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. No,
Yeah.
but up until now, I didn't realize it said somewhere where it says not to use vulgar language.
Oh, so you thought you just had a free pass, huh?
Yes, I sure did, man. I'm telling
Well,
you
you're
what.
always looking for the loopholes.
Huh?
We've had conversations like this before.
Have
You're
we?
always trying to yeah, you're always trying to beat the system, find a loophole.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
see. But Armour said, like a long time ago,
Hmm.
that cussing's not actually a sin. I thought he said
Hmm.
that. I could have swore maybe that's a Mandela effect.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna let you have the shovel and dig the hole as deep as you want to, my friend.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, put me on the spot. I know. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Actually, I put myself on the spot. But I would like him to clarify that because I don't want to be on here going F this and F that and shit and all this other stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I would rather you not talk that way. I would rather not hear you say F and S and
Yeah.
it doesn't make for a professional sounding broadcast, my friend.
Well, no, but I'm just using that as an example. See, I'm not
Uh,
saying that I'm going to say that all throughout the show. You know,
uh,
I will slip up every once in a while.
well, I mean, you're only human.
Yeah.
or taco, whatever
Yeah,
whatever
right.
the heck you
See,
are.
I'm not a human, so I can. There you go. I'm not human. I'm a taco. I can, tacos cuss all day long because they don't know any better. So
Yeah, yeah. You might be hard and crispy on the outside, but
that's
you're
right.
still a big softy on the inside.
That's right. But that's my excuse is I'm absolved of it because I'm a taco.
Gotcha.
You said I'm always trying to find loopholes. Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
always trying to beat the system. Yeah.
No. Uh, but I'll tell you what, man. Here's the thing.
You know the thing.
Oh man, we still haven't gotten that soundbite from Armor.
Yeah, yeah. I think otherwise you would have just played it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Here. Let me do an impression of him. Oh man, that
Right.
would be wicked cool. Hold on. Here's the thing. Was that okay?
Now you got to do
Oh, well,
you know
you're
the
right.
thing.
That's what I got to do. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go. Let me try that again. All right. Here we go. You know the thing.
Now you need to redo it. That wasn't
Was
good.
that too southernish?
You got to make it more like the thing.
Okay.
You see, you gotta space it out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
You know the thing.
yeah, that's it. You
Okay.
did it. Now,
I
did
was
you get
afraid
that?
that
Did you
one.
record it?
Oh, damn! I did not.
Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, folks, if you guys are still with us, God bless you. You guys are amazing people. If you're still with us after all this silly rhetoric, then why not? Because we do have a show to do we not, Sagi?
Yes, we do. And to be quite honest with you, each and every single one of you, we value your presence and your loyalty. So we're glad you're here, just so you know. And I mean that sincerely.
Oh, yeah. I could tell. I could see the sincerity in your. Is that a mask he's got on?
I hope not.
Oh, okay. No, I don't mean like a mask, like a mouth breathing mask. I mean a mask like Hi-Ho Silver, like the Lone Ranger mask.
Mm. Who has on a mask?
Your chili pepper guy. He has a mask on, senor.
No, he wears sunglasses.
Oh, okay, that's what those are.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. But we do seriously have a show to do. Do you
Mhm.
remember? Like this is Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we do a show on Tuesday called Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, where we talk
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
We're doing right now.
Ah.
We're already meeting the minimum qualifications.
Yes, that's true. Wait a minute, I got a new message. Hold on.
All right.
Let me see what I got here. Oh yeah, actually I did fall asleep. I fell asleep. That's why we're on so late. So, oh man,
You
I'm getting
know?
hungry now. I'm getting hungry.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting hungry. Well,
Yeah,
let's
well, we've done ran off the audience. They all went to the taco truck.
I think so. Michael Fontaine's taco truck.
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully they realized that his taco truck was the original taco truck before Lothar 900 moved in his taco truck and tried to steal his burrito business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, I think Lotar 900 had some mafiosos come by. What would they
Mm-hmm.
call them in Mexico, though? They wouldn't be mafiosos. Um,
Hmm.
but they would be like the Mexican mob. Like he had them come in baseball bats and
Hmm.
break all their kneecaps and stuff and say, "We're the only taco truck in this town, senors."
Oh, I think they were known as the menacing muchachos.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The menacing muchachos. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to really watch it when the menacing muchachos are in town.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, they'll take a bat to your kneecap.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They be a menace to the society in your hood.
Yeah, so I think that's what he did. Like he paid off those thugs. Like, but But here's the thing.
What's that? The thing.
You know the thing. Except they weren't. What's he doing with a taco truck in Canada?
I know, right?
Yeah. He should have a moose sandwich shop.
That'd be like, well, I mean, I guess it would make more sense for there to be a taco truck in Canada than say like Mr. Softy ice cream truck.
Oh no, I was saying there should be a moose sandwich shop.
A moose sandwich shop. Yeah, well, okay, I gotcha.
Where you know that Noble says moose tastes like swamp water.
Well, I've never had either.
Mm-hmm. I've never had swamp water. I've never had moose, but I've had
That's what I
deer.
said. I've never had either.
I've had deer. I've had elk. I've
All
had
right.
yeah. So, but anyway,
I've ate gator once. That was all right.
did you eat gator?
Yeah, it was gator jerky though, so it don't really count.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard gator tastes like fish.
Kinda. Yeah. Kind of a little bit like if you can imagine like eel, what eel tastes like.
What do you mean?
Like fish and eel. Like you've ever had eel?
Oh, I've never had eel. I was always afraid to get electrocuted if I ate one.
Well, you just can't have your fork and your knife touch while you're actually cutting it, and you'll be
Oh,
fine.
okay. That's the trick. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to keep your foot grounded at all times.
Rubber sewed shoes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's nice, man. I love that joke. Can I use it for the show?
Yes, anytime.
Okay, thank you. What are we doing? Why are we doing?
Let's open up the phone lines. What do you say?
No, I say that's a terrible idea.
I think it'd be an awesome idea.
It's too.
I bet you we have somebody, a special guest that we didn't even know was going to be so special until we dropped the link.
Well, I'll tell you what. Before we do that, let me go ahead and share these memes I have, and I actually have a post, and we're going to talk about some serious stuff.
Some serious stuff. Uh-oh.
Yeah, serious stuff. See, I know how to censor myself.
Good tease too. For what's coming up on the show. Because for a second there, somebody might have thought all we were going to do is, talk about tacos all night.
Tacos and mooses.
Yes, and moose and meese and whatever.
Maybe Sandy can hold on.
Maybe Sandy can.
Maybe the Sandy can.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, never mind. But here's the memes, guys.
The memes guys.
The memes guys. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe we've gone this far in the show and haven't shared a meme yet.
I can't believe it either.
But here's the first one.
I am so beside myself right now that I looked over and shook my own hand.
That's pretty good. I like that. Oh, I can't check. Okay, hang on. I'll check my email in just 1 second. Give me 1 second. I've got 1 second. Let me share this meme first. And then after I share this meme, I will check my email. I think I know what you're getting at there, Armor. So check this out, man. Can you see it?
Yes.
All right.
Do you want me to read it or are you going to?
Yes, sir, because I got to check my email.
All right. The Rona waiting for you to finish eating without your mask on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just.
What do you mean?
Are people supposed to be eating with their mask on at this point? Is this what I'm missing?
Well, it's like you're supposed to have your mask on until you start eating. and you're supposed to supposedly you're supposed to take it down only in between bites.
In between bites.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Huh. Well, they
But
need to come out
it's
maybe with like a napkin mask or something. Like that way you can just it doubles as a napkin, you know?
a napkin mask. That's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's okay, I got something here. All right. I don't think I can download it though. I guess I'll save it. So there's that meme.
All
I
right.
got other memes on the way. Hold on. Let me pull out my meme file. Got other memes. I hope everyone can see that loud and clear, by the way.
I don't know. I could barely hear it, but I can see it just fine.
Oh, okay. Let me scroll up here. I got something else I wanted to share that's a post.
A post?
This isn't so much a meme. But I think this is interesting. It says it's 6 months old, but I don't know if we've talked about this or not. And I wanted to see. I'm going to click on it and see if we can talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Here we go. Let me get over here. I'll share my screen so you can read it.
All right. Researchers are looking at cannabis as a potential way to prevent COVID-19.
COVID-19.
COVID-19. Well, I think this is just another example of them coming up with just another angle on a way to have it. Just like you were thinking, interesting dialect. So let's see what they got to say about it.
I know.
Well, at least you can't blame me for this one.
I know, right? Oh man. Jeez. Okay, here we go.
Well, first of all, I want to say right off the bat. Well, hold on a second.
There we go. Okay.
All right, let's see the picture of the pretty marijuana thingy at the top again.
Let's
if you don't mind. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, it's nice little bud there. I don't know if you guys remember High Times magazine, but they used to have a centerfold section, and they would show like a really beautiful marijuana plant. And I could appreciate that centerfold section just as much as any other centerfold section, if you know what I mean. Because they are quite pretty to look at. The cannabis plant is. All right. Let's see here. 2 Canadian researchers think that a special strain. Okay, I guess I'm going to need you to scroll.
Oh,
did I lose you?
I was reading the whatchamadoodle. Okay.
All right. Think that a special strain. Okay. Of cannabis. Yeah, I got it finally. Of cannabis might potentially be valuable tool in the fight against COVID-19. The researchers, Olga and Igor Kovalchuk.
Right off the bat, that should give you red flags when you have a researcher named Igor.
Well, when you have a duo named Olga and Igor, and they share the same last name.
Oh, yeah.
Kovalchuk. They sound legit though. I got to give them that. That like if I'm going to trust in a researching duo, I mean, you can't go wrong with Olga and Igor Golvachuk. You know, they sound like they're on it. They sound like, I don't know. They just sound very like that would be their calling.
Yeah.
Let's see. To be good researchers. All
Especially
right.
for this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so they've reportedly been developing and testing a novel or novel cannabis strain for years, except with the goal of creating a strain that helps to combat cancer and inflammation. When the pandemic hit, the duo started to focus their efforts on how the strain might be used to help fight the COVID-19, they said. The duo's work was published in an April issue of the online medical journal Preprints. Similar to the other respiratory pathogens, SARS-CoV-2 is transmitted through the respiratory droplets with potential for aerosol and contact spread. I need some scroll action, please.
All right. How's that? Well, how's
Yeah, I
it?
think yeah, that's good.
Cool.
It uses receptor mediated entry into the human host via angiotensin, converting enzyme 2 ACE2 that is expressed in lung tissue as well as oral and nasal mucosa, kidney, I think the word is testes, and gastrointestinal tract. Reads the study. Modulation of the ACE2 levels in these gateway tissues may prove a plausible strategy for decreasing disease susceptibility. I'm glad I'm not the only person getting ads for the Drummels, the spinning things. I get
Oh,
been getting
really?
ads for those lately. Yeah,
Huh. Well, this is the first time I'm getting them since I'm on this here website.
gotcha. All right. So after looking at the research done on the cannabis and COVID by other scientists, they were able to determine that cannabis, a special strain in particular, could potentially block COVID-19 from entering a person's body to begin with. Researchers warned some COVID-19 vaccines could increase risk of HIV. Oh, wait. Excuse me. Cannabis may reduce. Oh, those are just other articles.
Really?
I think so.
It's not related to this one, really? Huh. Well, there we go. That was short and sweet.
Oh, no, there's more. Let's see.
No, I think that's
It says it all comes down to our body's ACE2 receptors, which work sort of like doorways and our bodies for the virus. In the case of the Kovalchuk's worse, cannabis would be used to decrease the level of ACE2 gene expression, essentially temporarily closing doors to the virus. I get the concept of what they're doing. I mean, it doesn't sound that far fetched. However, the thought that
however.
the mainstream is going to embrace everybody getting free samples or access to that particular strain of marijuana or through some type of doctor regimen is highly unlikely. So
Yeah.
there's that, but it's still an interesting thing
To ponder.
yeah, in a perfect world, it would be it would probably be a mirror. It would probably be way better than whatever that thing is that they're trying to shove in our arms. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, anything natural. There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of natural stuff out there that would work. That's more effective and doesn't cause convulsions or your face to droop or you to die. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
saying.
things that don't make your taco not so crispy and a little more soggy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So we got some questions here from the audience. It looks like
Okay.
it seems as though when you were reading the article, you said something about testes.
It was TESTES.
Oh, because they're thinking. I was thinking the same thing that they're saying. Like they're abstracting people's testicles.
Well, I would have to go back and look, but yeah, it did seem that way.
Huh? Yeah,
Yes.
that's weird. But yeah, that's what they're saying. That and affected by Grace said maybe I heard wrong. I hope I did. Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. That's what. Let's go back and look right quick. Let me scroll up.
All right. Yeah,
Article.
it's a little further up near
Yeah,
the beginning.
let's see here. Potentially. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you got to scroll down from here, obviously. Uh, let's see, and
cancer
a little
injury
further.
published in April. SARS droplets.
There it is. It's that is expressed in lung tissue
Yeah,
as well as oral and nasal mucosa, kidney, and then testes. I don't know. How do you pronounce that?
testis.
Okay.
Like, are they trying to say intestines?
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't. That's not a word I'm super familiar with.
No, that might be a typo. Maybe they meant to say intestines.
Well, copy and paste it into a Google search.
I sure will. That's what I'm doing right now. Because yeah, when you first said it, it sounded like you said testes, and I'm like, wait, testes? It affects the testicles. So, but no, we're gonna find out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right now. Okay. What the hell? Maybe not. Hold on. Where's paste? I don't think I did that right. Hold on.
Control C and Control V. You don't even have to use your mouse. Well, you got to still copy it, like highlight it with the cursor.
All right. Where is it again? I forgot.
Your little fit down.
There.
A
I see
little,
it.
yep, right there. Now get it blue. Now hit Control C.
Well, no, I just hit copy.
Well, that too. All right, and then go to Google and hit
Yeah,
Control V.
not letting me. Control V. What's that?
That's paste.
Oh, here we go. Testosterone. Yeah. So it's your testosterone function, testicle.
The testes, yeah.
Yeah. You
I
were
think
right.
yeah.
So this stuff, okay, so let me read this again so we're clear.
All right.
So what they're saying here is similar to the respiratory pathogens, SARS-CoV-2 is transmitted through respiratory droplets with potential for aerosol and contact spread. It uses
Receptor.
receptor mediated entry.
Receptor mediated entry into the human host via these ways, the angiotensin converting enzyme that is expressed in lung tissue, as well as oral and nasal mucus, your kidneys and your testes, and your gastrointestinal tract. So basically, everywhere
Mm-hmm.
you have an orifice that can enter.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, so they there you go, guys. You heard him right. It was the testicles. So you got to be very careful out there.
Yes.
I'm saying, you know. So
They don't call them the family jewels for nothing. I'm just saying.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're waiting for Dan to come on,
Well, yeah. Is that what we're doing?
which he is coming on.
Oh,
We
okay.
just have
So
to-
you have confirmation, huh?
no,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
I know
good.
he's coming on because I sent the message to him.
Well, in that case,
But so while we're waiting for him to come on, let's go ahead and do this.
okay. What are we doing?
I've got more
This
memes. I got more memes.
more memes.
I got more memes to share.
You got more memes.
I got more memes. Yes,
More
sir.
memes. I just like to keep saying it. That's all.
I know you do. I know. And that's okay
All right.
because that's what you're allowed to do. This is your
Yeah.
show as well as mine.
Yep.
I like this one. This is good. I wish Lorraine Lamore were here to see these.
Hmm.
You know, she seems to be absent here tonight. So,
Well, it is kind of late for a Taco Tuesday for Lorraine
yeah,
Lamore.
that's true.
Hmm.
But here we go. Here's this meme. Let me go in here so you can see it. There you go.
All right. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
3 humans trying to unlock a car get the keys out. Mind you, there's a plastic tape over the back window.
Yeah. Look what they're wearing. Take that. Sleep
Yeah.
Joe. This is who voted for him. Just so we're clear.
Okay.
These are the legit people who voted for him, I should say.
Right. They were the ones that would have been at the rally if they hadn't locked their keys in the car.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what Connie Joe Wood says. She says, "Hi, y'all. I had the show turned down for an important phone call, but I am done now." Well, good, CJ. I'm glad you were able to come in here and tune in and listen to us spew nonsense for 2 hours. That's awesome. Well, at least I'm hoping it'll be 2 hours.
I'm hoping it'll be a really good nonsense.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Speaking
yeah.
of nonsense, here's
Yeah.
some more nonsense.
All right.
Yeah, are you ready for more nonsense, sir?
I was born ready.
Good, because we have plenty of it here tonight on Taco Tuesday. So just rewind your mind. Yeah, what?
No,
You
you
never
just
know
take
what.
me back to like 44 minutes ago.
Yeah. Here we go. This was more serious, I think, than it is funny.
Well, then maybe you should read it.
Okay. You and your party mercilessly crush a man.
It's mercilessly.
Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mercilessly crush a man, his family, and his supporters every day for over 4 years now. Now you want unity. Your hypocrisy knows no bounds. You can kiss my ass.
What was that last line again?
You can kiss my ass?
Oh, okay. Well, it sounded so much cooler when you said it the first time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it happens.
Well, say it like you mean it.
Hold on a second. Okay, I gotta do the whole line though.
Yeah, like start over from the beginning. You didn't sound patriotic at all when you read that. You got to sound patriotic and sure of yourself and full of that gusto type thing. Yeah, you gotta
put mustard on that hot dog.
Yeah, put some mustard on it.
I'm gonna read the entire thing. No, not the entire thing. Let's start from
Start from Mercis.
I think that's why you want me to reread this, just so I can.
No, it's mercilessly.
I thought it was mercilessly.
No, merciless.
mercilessly.
Less.
Yeah, less.
Mercilessly.
You and your party showed absolutely no mercy.
There you go.
And his family, his supporters every day for over 4 years. Now you want unity? Your hypocrisy knows no bounds. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah, now that's it. You got the part. Can you be here on Tuesday?
There you go.
All right.
I think I deserve a shot of tequila for that. But I don't. So, and I
Yeah,
definitely don't drink tequila.
no, but if you did drink tequila, that would be when you would drink it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Right here on good old Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Rewind and return your tape to Blockbuster Video. Do you remember that? It's
Do I remember what?
like when you used to go out and rent movies, and then you'd have the tape rewinder thing, and then you
I
take
remember. So here's the thing. You know the thing.
I do have that sound bite, but I didn't have it ready for the show.
Oh well, I forgive you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You get it. You're in line at Blockbuster. You found a couple crappy movie titles that you're going to take home and watch, and you start thinking, "Oh shoot, do I owe any late fees?" And you're so pleased when you get up there and and they say, "Oh, looks like you," and they ring up the things and they don't say anything about late fees. You're like, you do that whole that fist and pull thing, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And and sometimes you get up there and you kept the movie 2 or 3 days late and you didn't rewind them or anything like that. You could owe as many as $20, $30 before you even start tacking on
Yeah.
the price of today's rentals.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when VHS tapes were really expensive. Like
Uh-huh.
when they first started coming out, they were like over $100, and then then later, of course, like when you got way into the 90s, they were like you could find them at the $5 bin at Circus Video,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, especially when DVDs first came out, and
Hmm.
then I got myself a whole mess of tapes when those things came out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me Planet of the Apes and Armageddon and the Titanic. By the way, the Titanic came out in two. You had to buy two VHS tapes for Titanic.
Huh. Go figure.
Yeah, that and
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor was a two taped movie as well.
Hmm. They didn't only make you have to go out and buy it once, you had to go out and buy it twice, huh?
Well, no, I mean it came in a set, but
Oh, okay. It was just so much content they couldn't fit it all on one particular tape.
no,
Oh wow.
I tell you. But so then rental places, I'll tell you what, this is the thing about rental places is they used to charge you like late fees. And then if you had so much money stored up in your late fees, the clerk would go, well, you got blah, blah, blah on your late fees. Would you just like to buy the movie? You can buy the movie for blah, blah, blah. You got so many damn late fees, they would say to you. And you go,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. How much are my late fees? About $100. What? I can get about 5 VHS tapes for the price of that. Are you even kidding me right now?
Right.
And
Well,
then
I
you
think the
wouldn't go
reason why I think I know what you're talking about, like the option to just buy it, because a lot of times people would
there.
just come in, get the brand new release on Tuesday, and then never bring it back ever. Like
Yeah,
the store only had it in the store for 5 minutes, and they can't make money off the movies if they never come back to the store, right? I mean, that kind of defeats the whole business model. Um, so and then to buy the actual copy of a retail rental copy, the movie places would charge a video store
yeah.
like somewhere between 100 to $175 per copy, so that they could get the first 5 to 10 rentals right off the bat. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It's one of those things where the cost got passed down to the consumer. It's really not a good idea to open a rental account back in the day and get a brand new release and not return it. You might end up paying $100 something for the movie.
Oh man, yeah. You know they had your driver's license too, because I remember
Yeah.
you had to when you signed up, you had to give them your driver's license, your address, your phone number, all that stuff to sign up, and then you had to pay like a fee just to become a member,
Yeah.
or you couldn't rent anything. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, you know, and also I'll tell you what was kind of cool though is like on Tuesdays at my video store, like they had $2 Tuesdays. Well, you can get
Oh.
$2 for 2 nights. Or you could get, I think is you get like 5 movies for $2 for 2 nights, or you can get 4 movies for 4 nights for $2
All right.
of the older movies.
I think I know what you mean. You
Yeah.
can do it like a combo bundle type thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I got you.
It was really cool, man. It was really cool back in the day. And then of course, Dropbox killed that, and then of course Netflix and internet stuff, and you know all the internet stuff killed all of that. So
Yeah. Basically, when all you have to do is click a button and watch the movie, there's no point in having to get up and go to the store and get it. That doesn't make any sense now, does it?
no, it sure doesn't.
Yeah.
But hey, with all that being said, I got another meme I want to share here.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and pop that meme right up there. Ta-da!
Ah.
Yeah, check this one out.
All right. Am I reading this one?
Yes, sir.
Demon possession doesn't always look like this. It can also look like this.
Yeah, check out the players.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If those guys aren't possessed, I don't know who is. You know what I'm saying? They're not just possessed. I would go as far as to say is they're actually the demons themselves.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think pretty much every image on the screen right now is scary. Can you please change it to something else?
Hold on. It might be stuck.
Ah!
No. But there you go. There you go.
Phew. Ah, whew.
I won't scare you for too much longer, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was looking through videos,
Uh-huh.
and there was one video they were talking about Nancy Pelosi, and
Uh-huh.
they were talking about how I think it was it Newsmax? I think it might have been Newsmax.
You know, when you take your news to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were giving this guy hell, like on CNN, like they were making fun of him.
Uh-huh.
Because he said one thing, but then they took the thing that he said and they only played the clip of the one thing that he said, but he didn't say the whole thing that he said. So they only showed half of what he said instead of showing all of what he said. So they took that one thing of what he said and turned it and twisted it to something else of what he said, and then they made fun of what he said. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I totally get what you just said.
Yeah.
In other words, they took him out of context in an extremely unfair fashion,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then made fun of his out of contextness.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Huh.
Now, with
Well,
that, huh?
with that being said,
Yes. How did you know that's where I was going?
you know, I just kind of guessed it.
Oh, well, with that being said,
Uh-huh.
I will say this.
All right.
CJ Wood, yes,
Uh-huh.
we do know that you acted in Titanic the musical, and let me tell you, those pictures that you shared with us was quite awesome. I think you even shared part of the play. Do you remember that in August? She shared that with us.
Yes, I remember the whole. She actually got hurt or something, if I'm not mistaken.
She got hurt. What do you mean she got hurt?
Like something went wrong with the production, like it was COVID or something. There was some type of issue with them being able to do the show on the night they were supposed to do the show.
Mm.
Something unexpected happened or something. I forget exactly what it was now.
Oh man. I forgot all about that. Yeah. Ah. Seems like bad luck just seems to follow CJ wherever she goes. You ever notice that?
Well, I wouldn't say bad luck seems to follow wherever she goes, but it does seem like she does get her fair share of the drama.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of us, though, I have to admit I've gotten my fair share. I think 2020 was dealing out more than just your average fair shares.
Yeah, 2020 was definitely the
Had a
fair share
surplus on the drama. Yeah, they definitely did that.
was more than the average bear could handle.
Yeah.
It just wasn't your
If
average.
it could go wrong, it did go wrong.
Mhm.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it got a little bit worse.
Well, when I think of Connie Joe, though, I think of like she talks about the set and everything that went wrong on the set. It makes me think of movies of where things have gone wrong on the set of certain movies. Like you see
Uh
Poltergeist, and you see like The Exorcist, and
huh.
what was it? The Twilight Zone, the movie. And
Wizard of Oz. They had like
Wizard of
lots of
Oz.
happenings on their set. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Uh-huh.
I gotta throw Wizard of Oz in there with all
I
that.
think there was some stuff with the whole uh, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka. I mean,
You think so?
yeah, I think there was some behind the scenes stories there too.
Hmm.
The whole Oompa Loompa thing.
But all I remember is like the Curse of the Exorcist, and then there was
Uh,
the set of Poltergeist was cursed, and then like you
uh,
said, the Wizard of Oz. You know that
yeah.
that whole thing. What's funny is the Wizard of Oz seems like to be the most Mandela affected of all time, besides Forrest Gump. I think it's the most Mandela affected of all time. Would you not agree with that sentiment?
I would agree with the sentiment that the Wizard of Oz, in and of itself, is just one of the like if there's a movie that has like a uh, a mystique about it, some type of esoterical um, or feeling or something about it that just is kind of weird and out there. It's that movie, not just because of the Mandela effects, and not just because of the folklore, of the behind the scenes stuff that when they made it, but just when you watch the movie in and of itself, it's such a weird, trippy movie, and then the point of what it's trying to bring across, the man, behind the curtain, and then the whole oligarchy of being in Oz, and it actually being the characters from real life, supplanted into her imagination, her imaginary land that while she's unconscious from the bump in her head, and all of that. I mean, there's just so much going on there. You could just talk about all different kinds of aspects of it.
Absolutely. I think that like yeah, you think about Scarecrow having the gun, and
Uh-huh.
the Tin Man having the lead pipe or whatever it was, and
Yeah, and I really don't remember any of that.
yeah.
It seems like it would stand out in my. That would be a standout point of the movie, seeing a gun.
Speaking of movies,
Uh,
I think I have what I would like to say is a Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
Yes, a Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. Was that too much?
Yeah, it's a little over the top, but it works for Taco Tuesday, don't you
All
know?
right, cool. All right. So you found the Mandela effect?
Yes, I think I did. I think it was what movie was it I was watching where I was watching a movie the other day.
Oh, I know what movie it was you were watching.
What's that?
The Beginner's Guide to Finding Mandela Effects by Sandy Diva and Teresa Lynch.
No, it wasn't that one.
Oh, dang. Was it the more advanced tutorial on finding Mandela effects by Sandy Diva and Teresa Lynch?
Well, heck no.
Oh, dang. Or was it the ultra super rare advanced super experienced expert's guide to finding Mandela effects by Sandy Diva and Teresa Lynch?
No, but I did see that one just last week.
Oh, okay. Well, what movie were you watching then?
I forgot now. You
Uh,
mentioned all these other ones, and it caused me forget I had it, and then I forgot.
uh, dang.
But I do remember a Mandela effect. I do remember like I'm sitting here watching this movie, or maybe it
Uh,
was a TV show. I can't remember which. But I was sitting there watching it, and they said a certain thing. And I was like,
uh,
seems weird. But I do remember a song that I was listening to on the radio the other day that kind of seems kind of funny. And I even mentioned it to a non-affected person.
non affected. You mean they don't have COVID-19 yet?
Well, no, not that way. Not that way.
Oh, okay.
A non-Mandela affected person.
Oh, non Mandela affected person.
Hmm.
Okay, so continue, my friend.
I was talking to somebody who listens to music quite often, who's heard it all. They've heard it twice and then heard it again, and I was like,
Heard it all. You mean heard every single song in the world?
yes.
And they heard them not only once, but twice?
I don't know about all that, but
And then they heard it all again? Wow, that isn't quite the rare individual. So what did you ask this person?
so you remember the song. You remember the song. I think I made a video about it like last year or something, but it was these
uh,
it's like it went from these to this, I think. It was these dream or these how did that go? Sweet dreams are made of the
sweet, okay. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
right. The original.
Traveled the world and the seven seas, and then I'm done after that.
Oh man, thank goodness. Here's good old Mr. What's his name.
Oh, okay. Good
Better
old Mister. What's his name?
better late than never. Better late than
Well,
never.
well, maybe he can help us with this Mandela effect you speak of.
I think he could. I think he knows what I'm talking about, probably. Probably
Okay.
not. But you never know. You never know. By the way, I'm sending a link in the chat. This link is for Scarabperformance. Please don't click it, guys. We will open the phone. We're not going to open the phone lines because we have a guest coming on, but just saying that's for Scarabperformance. But yeah, okay. Listen,
All right.
how do you remember it? Do you remember it? The sweet dreams are made of these. Is that how you remembered it?
Yeah. Sweet dreams are made of these.
Well, I got news for you, my partner in crime.
What do you mean you got news for me?
It's now sweet dreams are made of this.
Oh, that doesn't even rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Who am I to disagree?
Disagress. I don't. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, speaking of disagreeing,
Uh huh.
I think I just made up a word. Here's good your friend and mine, and everybody who knows him, he has several names. Scarabperformance. Dan.
The man.
Dan the man.
Mhm.
The beetle.
The avocado guy.
The avocado guy. The
Yeah.
fifth. He's probably the fifth beetle. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like he's the long lost beetle. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Scarabperformance. There he is.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Should I keep? No, I'm just gonna stop right there. What's up, man?
Hey,
Well,
what's up,
hello
man?
there.
Listen. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm first of all, thanks for coming on, man. I
Hey,
thought
dude. Hey, I forgot it was Tuesday, man.
okay.
I just gosh, man. And I clicked on, I was like, oh shit, it's that time. Oh well, maybe it's late. What time did you guys start this broadcast?
What time did we start at Sagi McLadgy?
Well, according to our timer up there in the upper left-hand corner, we've been live for 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, that's not so bad. I've been later. I've been later, man.
Oh, I
It's
know.
all good.
Tell me about it.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, but hey, there's
What's
nothing wrong with making us sweat it out, man. We got to do that every once in a while.
Well, I told you pencil me in. Like I wasn't completely sure. I had to run and do a few errands, and then I got home. I made dinner, and then I was like, I don't know why. I completely just forgot about Tuesday. I mean, like I kind of remember it in the back of my mind, and I just got sidetracked. Anyway, dude, I'm here now. But what are y'all talking about, man? I get in here, you're talking about the sweet dreams are made of this or something like that. Is that?
Yes, sir.
That's what he's trying to convince me of. I've not been convinced that.
Annie Lennox, the Eurythmics. Yeah, I remember that Mandela Jane. It was like sweet dreams are made of this. What? Yeah, that was the weirdest one of all. Come on, man. I mean, everybody knows these. I mean, jeez. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad when the song Mandelas bother me almost as much as the body Mandela ones.
Oh yeah,
because there's songs you remember, and then it's like, what? No, come on, man. It's you can dance if you want to. It's not we, although we can dance is nice. I mean, that's a good message, but stuff like that, man. Those get to me. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm just waiting for the revolution to begin. And
yeah.
I thought you were going to say apocalypse because that's coming too.
I think it's all coming at once, dude. It's going to be like a mixed bag. It's going to be it's going to be like a grab bag of whatever you want. You got some apocalypse over here, you got some revolution over here, you got
some martial law over there.
Martial law, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little new world order, a little great reset, whatever it is you're looking for.
Great reset, whatever if you're new age, it's a reset, whatever you want. Hey, it's all the same, and we can all get to the same place. It's all good. Yeah.
You know what? I got there's something that freaked me out. It was on your Mandela Monday show last night, dude. It's like something I never heard of before. Mandela effect apparently has been around for a while, but I never heard of is like that the song from Lamb Chop. It's like
this is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Someone started singing it, not knowing what it was, something like that. Anyway, so now it's what refresh my mind. I know the song. This is a song that never ends, right? What happened? It changed to what though?
It changed to like from the song that never ends to like the song that
doesn't end.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the song that. Yeah. It
what?
Doesn't end. Yeah.
It doesn't end. It's the song that doesn't end.
Doesn't end. Yeah, like we're in a cycle, baby. Big revolutionary cycle. Just and let's be honest. I mean, it was funny. We were looking up stuff last night, and Sandy brought up the these economic downturns we've had in our history, and I was like, holy shit, look at that! It's every 20 years. There's this big, something happens, every on this site, like this weird cycle. And it's not exactly 20 years, but it's around that 20-year period. You can almost set your watch by. It's kind of weird. So you kind of see that like, and I've always thought we were on cycles anyway. When I was growing up, I was like, it's kind of weird how fashion comes back in play every 20 years. I noticed it was like a 20-year cycle. Yeah, like we seem to kind of regurgitate things again. Yeah.
Well, so what the cycle? Some people started watching it not knowing what it was, and now it goes up and down forever just because it's the cycle that never ends.
Never ends.
Yeah. I remember back in the 90s, they were trying to bring back the 60s. Like they were bringing back the bell bottoms and the blue shades, what do they call those blue shades? Stoner glasses. That's what I call them. But they were bringing back all that stuff.
Armor wore those, man. That. Armor was a dope smoking hippie back in the day. Back in the 70s when he didn't shave and he's all hairy and stuff, riding a motorcycle.
You mean back before the war? Yeah.
Before he went into fight the commies in the 80s. Yeah. Oh geez. Yeah. So a lot of stuff, man. We had a fun show last night. It was pretty cool. I'm getting a lot of new traffic and stuff like that. Apparently, there's noticed a lot of new folks. So it's nice to see some new faces dotted around. I'm also getting like people coming out of the woodwork all of a sudden. Like, that's been around a while. They're like, hey man, I've been with your channel for like 3 years. I just don't post. I'm like, oh hey, good to meet you, Like, so it's kind of cool, just meeting some folks. But I think everyone's sort of like waking up right now. I know it's really funny how like all my non-conspiracy theorists, like I was the one that was always the the weird one of the bunch of the fam, like, oh, there's that crazy Dan, and now everybody's like trying to hit me up like, what do you think about all this election stuff? What do you think about this and that? And I'm like, well, join the party. Hey, but like, hey, my motto is better late than never, right?
Yes.
I mean, hey, what do you do? My sister sends me some stuff and I'm just like, I try to warn you. I try to tell you. You just don't want to listen to me. Now my friends I'm talking about friends that used to scoff at me, like look at me like I was just like, just a piece of turd. They were like, oh, now all of a sudden they're like, man, what is up with this new world order in the global reset? And they're like learning all these key, they're doing their homework. I'm proud of them. I hate to say what they're going through right now because there's a lot of information to take in right now. I mean, at least for us, it was sort of a gradual thing. We're like, yeah, shit ain't right. Shit ain't right. And as we started learning about stuff, we're like, oof, that 9/11 don't look right. And oof, these wars overseas look a little shady. And, there was a progression, and we got to this point. And then by the time Mandela hit us, we were like, it was a little unnerving at first. I'm not going to lie. I was a little like, shocked, shook. Oh, yeah. I was shook, but because of my, upbringing in this for the last 20 years, I've just been like, meh, really, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too hard. I mean, not to say that there weren't hard days, dotted in there, but still it's been, that. So I can't imagine, right now, sort of just being a normal average person, just living like, and then kind of now seeing all this stuff, learning about everything, so that's what a lot of people doing. And so and I feel like more is to come. I feel like we're gonna see some stuff right around the corner. I've got the website. I've been going to some weird sites. Like people have been sending me links to these people that apparently are real confident that things are gonna change real quick. There's a lot of intel going on now. How true is it? I don't know. I just got a video of military vehicles moving around in Texas now. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I know that President Trump called for the National Guard. Like there's like a couple hundred, 300 like National Guards dudes standing around the Capitol right now. Like he set powers of emergencies to them.
Right. 9:30 tonight. 9:30 tonight, Washington time. There was an executive order signed the other day, and of course, a lot of people think the Insurrection Act has been signed, which now it turns the power of the United States over to the military, which Trump doesn't even really have control. It's not Biden. It's not going to be Trump. It's going to be the military. At this point, it's the military because of the if they can prove that there was a foreign election fraud and there's embedded foreign agents in our country, then it would be the Insurrection Act. Now that supposedly he signed this, and these people are pretty damn confident that he did it. And of course, you're not going to hear it on mainstream media. They're not going to tell you any of that stuff. Not until stuff's going on. And I'm also hearing about other things too, and I can't really speak on those right now. But just some strange stuff, being talked about, and we'll see. I mean, all this could be, something. But I've been told by the 20th, you get your popcorn ready. So whatever that means.
Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a show.
Yeah.
Well, they say truth can be stranger than fiction, and right now is definitely no shortage of truth being stranger than fiction. You couldn't make this stuff up and make it more interesting.
Speaking of truth being stranger than fiction, there's still people out there that they're still believing that Trump's going to somehow he's going to somehow be in office for another 4 years consecutively. Not that he's going to come around in 2024 and become elected again. They're saying somehow he's going to pull it off.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, you do have your diehard true believers out there, and
that's what I'm saying. Well, here's our options. Okay, what we saw the other day should have shocked the rest of the world. They have blocked accounts. A lot of the Trump team have their accounts blocked. Trump has had his account blocked. General Wesley Clark had his account blocked. General Wesley Clark. I mean, dude, this is really trippy shit, dude.
You know what the point of that really is? I mean, I think what the underlying thing to take note of is they wouldn't be censoring all these accounts if they weren't scared of the voice of what they would say if they weren't being suppressed. So that for them to take such extreme measures and censor and remove these accounts, especially the president of the United States, that speaks volumes.
Dude, I gotta tell you, this needs to happen, or else it's going to be in the hands of the people, and you don't want that. Really, you want this to be and I actually kind of look forward if there's a situation where they can prove that, like, say, if look, in all fairness, if Biden got elected fairly, and I felt like he had the support to get elected and people voted for him, nobody would have a problem with it. The issue is that most of the Americans feel like this was a sham election, and most Americans feel slighted, and the fix is in. And we realize, most of us, if this is true, then going forward, we are going to be screwed, because we will never have a chance for another fair election ever. Do you understand what I'm saying? If they're able to get away with it, they're able to censor our president. They're able, whether you like Trump or not, whether they are able to censor the president of the United States the way they have, his attorneys, General Wesley Clark. This is kind of crazy. This is creepy, dude. And what makes you, are you the president? Are you as powerful as the president? Are you? No, none of us are. And they can censor him. Well, buddy, that's a big wake-up call. And I'm telling you here right now, man, there's a lot of patriots that I've spoken to down here in Texas. And they're literally like, yeah, man, I bought my body armor. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. Whoa, man. Like, seriously. Yeah. They're upset.
Well, not only do they, are they wanting to shut down the president himself, but they're wanting to shut down the entire voice of the entire Trump supporter, quote unquote, MAGA movement. I mean, like, they shut down the entire Parler social media thing over the fact that they just didn't want the Trump supporters to be able to have a place on social media where they could all, where they could all share
that's sedition. That's sedition.
Exactly.
Whenever you go into a country, the first thing you take over is the communication systems.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's how the Third Reich started.
And I mean, they've been fine tuning these practices in this form of these kind of tactics in these third world countries for years now, and it's finally at a point where it's actually happening here. That's a telltale sign that we have the PSYOP is definitely in full effect.
Yeah.
Well, what's scary, man, is like Facebook and Twitter and all those other dudes, they have more power than the freaking government. They do. They have more power than the government. I mean, think about it. They signed a contract with the government because the government, to where individuals could not sue them if they did something to them. Like they
well, they knew the power that they would be wielding, and they knew what side they were on. And I don't know when this bill was signed that protected them. I'm assuming it was under the Obama administration. I could be wrong about that. Could have been George Bush. I don't know. Yeah. But, you know, in my latest video, a lot of folks got a letter, including our vice president, you know. And that was interesting. I didn't know he got a letter too. You know, Clinton got a letter, and Obama got a letter, and the Bushies got a letter, and they all were very stoic about receiving whatever message that was. And then you look and you see, there's Pence. His wife also had a letter. So, you know, and being what we saw with Pence, he could be, you know, it appears that he's part of that group. Okay. He was, and that's interesting. But here's the good news is that video came out in 2017, I think. Yeah. So it's been well known who Pence was. So this was all you have to understand. Like this is a game of 3D chess right now. And so things are being played out a lot different than what we're seeing them. Okay. And there's people in know, and Trump's no idiot. You know, he knew, like I said, it made no sense to me. Like, well, gosh, man, you could have made sure you secured the election. Sure. But those people would have still been in power. It was like I was told that he set the trap. That was one of the theories, that they set the trap for this so that they would get caught doing it. Because he knew they were going to, apparently they knew, or, you know, he knew they were going to go all in. He actually said that during the debate with Biden. Remember before Biden said it's going to be a cold, dark winter? It was really weird how the Fox News guy and Biden were all, you know, pressing him saying, are you going to leave office? Are you going to leave office? And he said, well, if it's a fair election, yeah. You know, like he knew already going in, it wasn't going to be a fair election, man. He knew this. So like, we can't forget that, you know, whatever you think about the dude, he's a pretty smart guy. And so I have my faith that, you know, that there's something else in the works here. Now, if all this comes out like I think it is, where I believe that this is going to uproot what they call the deep state and really lift the veil on what these people have been doing for so long, we're coming into a whole new world. You understand that the evil will be exposed. If this happens the way I hope, and I pray every night that it does. I mean, I have been on my knees. I've been praying hard for guidance in this, and I really hope that you know, we're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this. You know, if you think about what they're doing, one last thought about this. Okay. If it were your company and you decided, you know what, I want to censor that person because I don't like gays, or I want to censor that person because I don't like you know, blacks or whatever. If you were being selective in that purpose, okay, any other company doing that would be called racist. You know, that'd be racist and be against the law. But they're doing that kind of stuff because they don't like people on the right wing side speaking, you know, about their disdain for the election and feeling that they've been defrauded, and they want to shut people down all over Facebook and everywhere else. But imagine if you were that selective in another way, that wouldn't fly now, would it? But it's okay to do that now. Yep. It's not okay to do it. And, you know, people are seeing this, man, and they're really waking up. So, you know, there's a lot that I believe is going to happen here really soon.
You know, if you saw my Unabomber episode, which I think you did, you made mention to it. I mentioned on there, I'm like, dude, all this darkness, all the stuff that they're doing in the dark, to me, in my opinion, is all going to be brought to the light. It really is. And it has to be. Yeah.
It has to be, man, because I mean, if half of that shit is true, we are in deep shit. Yeah. If you're talking about the idea of, you know, a lot of people say, well, why did Trump build the wall? At first, I wasn't for the wall, but you got to understand what was coming in through the border, what was moving into the country, the drugs, the child trafficking, the human trafficking, the just all the stuff, man, that was pouring into our country. That was the only way to stop it from happening, and that pissed them off. And if you go into just some of the conspiracies and some of the emails and look at some of the stuff from WikiLeaks and just read some of that stuff, getting back to Podesta and all this other stuff, these are sick people. I actually saw I urge every one of you guys to watch a video documentary series, and whether you believe all of it or not, but it's called Fall of the Cabal. Watch that show and just look at some of the quotes from, people like Mel Gibson. Remember Mel Gibson? Of course, Mel was drunk. He said some things. Everyone was mad at Mel for being anti-Semitic or whatever. But, he went on to say some things also about how sick Hollywood was. And all I'm saying is, man, the stuff he was saying was crazy. Like, I mean, it was like he was talking about how they were just a bunch of sick pedos. He was like, man, Hollywood, you don't know how sick this place is. Calling them out, saying that they drink blood. I mean, like literally saying all that stuff. You got to watch this documentary, and these are his quotes. Now, of course, we never heard this anywhere else, and they've blacklisted him and called him all kinds of names and whatever. And not to say that he didn't get drunk and then go on a tirade and act like an asshole. He did. However, just because you act like an a-hole one time doesn't mean you don't have some truth in you. We all make mistakes. Okay, we all, get angry at stuff, whatever. He has some issues. He apparently works with a lot of those people, and it was just whatever. Had an axe to grind. All right, fine. All right, whatever. He doesn't, he's got issues. However, it's funny how over and over and over we keep hearing about how bad Hollywood is and how sick and corrupted it is, and it just exploits children and things like that. And so it has to come to light. We will not be able to go forward. These demons will literally, they're going to control the most powerful country in the world. We cannot let them have complete and utter power. They're all worried about Trump having the nuclear codes. Shit. I'm worried about the cabal of these demonic sons of bitches having nuclear codes, Like, so, when you look at it like that, like we got to expose it. It's just the time is now. It really is. I think we just really have come to a point in all of this. And who knows, man, with the Mandela effect and all the weird changes that we're experiencing, I think all of this is all part of the deal. I don't know. I don't know how it all is related to everything that's taking place right now. But I believe it is. I believe there's some link to what we're experiencing right now and what's happening on a deeper level, right under our noses. And so, yeah, I think that it has to, man. I just I can't imagine these people getting power again and not being outed the way they need to be.
Yeah, that's very well said there, Dan. Couldn't have done any better myself.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. But yeah, that's what I've been focused on lately, only because I've been getting a lot of quote intel from all over the place, and people have been sending me stuff, and I've been sort of researching and just paying attention to things. So anyway, aside from that, what else is going on, guys? What else
I got to tell you something flat out.
Yeah.
I've been stealing from your show a little bit. I've been here lately. I got the idea from you to do memes. Like, I've been showing memes at the top of the show, and I think people have been appreciating it.
I love a good meme, brother. What can I tell you? Yeah, meme is a good thing. That is so weird. I just had a guy calling me right now. At 11. What time is it? It's 11:16. Yeah, it's a little late for this dude to be calling. And I'm gonna tell you something about this. I just saw this pop up on my phone, and this is no lie. This dude is he's a weird dude, man. I met him one time. I was working on his car, right? And outslipped this badge that he had in his wallet, and the badge was one of those what was he? NSA or not NSA or one of those, like I can't remember what spook agency it was. FBI maybe? I don't know. Something like that. That's weird, man. I was talking all that smack just a minute ago and I get that call and this dude never calls me. All right, that's a little creepy. I don't know what to say about all that. Anyway, just saying.
Now peek out the front window. Is there any black SUVs parked out front?
Say, man. You know what? Don't mess with me, bro.
What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
I ain't even, man. Wait. What is that? Why do I love? That's weird. What is that? Pillow?
I hope that's his hand.
Oh, that's his finger. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what we got to get the Sagi cam for.
Yeah.
All right.
Sagi cam. Hey, there you go. That should be a thing. The Sagi cam.
I didn't even realize I was doing that, guys. Sorry.
Oh man, that was weird. But let me tell you something. I'm chomping on pretzels right now because I got hungry. But Dan, here's the thing.
Yo,
I'm gonna get to a little bit of silliness here for a second. Here's the question that's on everyone's mind, I think. And I think you're just the guy to answer this. First of all, did you see my Quantum Leap episode of the Hero and Sagi show? And if so, what did you think?
The Quantum Leap episode?
Yeah.
No. I must have missed it, man. I missed it, brother. I'm sorry.
Tell him the synopsis.
The synopsis. The synopsis. Okay, well,
is that a word? That should be something. Synosis.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a synopsis where you're asleep. Synosis.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
where
I don't know the meaning. I'm coming up with this on top of my head.
Where it goes, nobody knows. So okay, episode 3, season 3, episode 3 of the Hero and Sagi show. Yeah, a Hero comes up with the brilliant idea that he is going to do a spoof of a Quantum Leap episode.
Uh-huh.
All right, so and then it starts off with a brief introduction of like I guess the previous episode, like where he's finishing up the end of a leap, and then no sooner than and then it goes, the intro plays, and then apparently Sagi has entered Dan's life back when he still lives in California and is still and your ex-wife is trying to ruin your Christmas spirit, and I'm not going to be able to leap out until after we stop your ex-wife from ruining your Christmas spirit. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a great episode. That's all I can say. I need to go back and watch it. I'll put it on the playlist. Let's see. Affected by Grace says she's glad, Sagi, that you're not naked.
Yes.
So are all of us. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I just affected by. I call her EBG. That's the way to go with that. And then just let her know that So are all of us. Yes, we're all glad that camera didn't turn on. And who showed up naked in my broadcast the other day? Somebody.
Oh yeah, the naked guy.
Naked guy. It was
you had a naked guy, huh?
Yeah, I had a naked guy. That was
can't remember his name.
Yeah. I don't know. Fizzy knows who it is. I was like, oh god. Oh, we had a flasher.
Yeah, he was totally perving on Fizzy, by the way.
Yeah. Many do.
Yeah. But he was, I think he's bi because he's like, he was talking to me in the chat and he's like,
oh god.
My sister got this picture off of my laptop. I don't know how she got my laptop. I'm thinking, yeah, sure, okay.
Oh, his sister did it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like I don't know about you, but when I pull up my YouTube page, my little beetle icon with the troll doll shows up. It's right there in the corner. Now, if it was a naked picture of myself, I'd probably catch on to that. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. go around logging in, not that I do. Yeah, I don't do naked pictures of myself. So there's that. So that's a good thing. There's none of those floating around nowhere. Okay. I've seen Black Mirror. Nuh-uh. I ain't doing it. Everything you put on that shit stays out there somewhere. You ain't gonna find no scarabs in compromising positions, if you know what I mean.
No naked yoga for you then.
No naked yoga for me. No, dude. The worst part about that is when I go back and look, like some of the worst ones were taken down, but it's still there. But then I get there and there's then you scroll down, and you're like, oh no, there's dudes doing it too, schlongs out and everything. It's just awful, man. It's so gross. Like, come on, man. You can't just literally be naked on YouTube and just call it yoga so it's okay. Like that's like saying I'm gonna play naked Parcheesi. I mean, come on, man. You can't play naked Parcheesi and just get away with it just because it's Parcheesi. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's wrong in so many ways.
Unlike Naked Twister,
Oh man, Naked Twister. It's just so scandalous, sir. That's scandalous. Everybody knows what you're up to with Naked Twister. You're never gonna talk a girl into Naked Twister without her thinking you're a little bit of a perv. You can't break down Naked Twister in a cool way. It's just like, there's no way to do that. Unless you're a swinger or something. There's probably
and you can't guarantee desired results. I mean, you get a group of 3 or 4 guys and 3 or 4 women, you don't have a guarantee you're not going to end up in some guy's smelly armpit. I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. It's funny, man. I was thinking about this the other day. There's like this new thing, it's like, I don't know if it's Mandela or not, but it's like, I never heard of it. But you ever hear of people like they're in polyamory relationships? You know what that is?
No, never heard of that.
Never heard? You don't poly?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. I know you poly. Sagi. Come on, man. You rock it, don't you, dude? It's okay. You can admit. You can just say yes.
I'll just say yeah for fun.
It's kind of like an open marriage, isn't it?
It's basically it's the new way. See, when Armor did it, he was called Swinger. Back in the day, it's a swing baby. Yeah, So that was back in the day, and now they just changed the name. It's like a little more politically correct term, like swinging. Just it sounds so 70s and old hat, right? So now they just change it to poly. Like it's a poly, polyamory. Sounds cool, Yeah, man, I'm poly. But the problem is, I met a dude,
an Italian dude, like a fat hairy Italian guy. Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
I'm Polly over here.
Hey, I'm Polly. Yeah, I'm Polly. I'm Polly and I Polly. Yeah.
Do you like to Polly, baby?
Hey, I Polly do. Anyway.
Oh, hey, wait.
What?
Wait, I want to say something real quick. Lothar, this is not open mic night, brother. Sorry, but we have a special guest on. We don't open the phone lines. So there you go. Thank you.
Lothar always wants to slither into it. And I say slither. I said slither.
You did.
Yeah. Lothar likes to just slither into a broadcast, man. Every time there's somebody online, it's Lothar. Man, I tell you. Anyway, you got to watch that, Lothar. Let's see here. Armor up. Keep it up, Beetle. Paybacks are sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I just, come on, man. It's okay, man. You don't do it anymore. It's cool, baby. It was just a sign of the thing to do in the times, right? It's all good. No, but I met this dude once, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm in a poly relationship," and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's somebody we all know." But anyway, let me just say, it was so funny because dude was. I'll tell you a quick story because I was like, I don't think this is really working out for you, bro. And I had to break it down to him. I'm like, look. When you're in a relationship that's poly and your girlfriend's cute and everyone wants to poly with her and nobody really wants to poly with you, then at some point when she's got 10 more polys on you than you got polys, then isn't that kind of called cheating? I mean, at what point is it just cheating? Or what point is it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to have the open. If you can't, score any open stuff, then it's probably not the relationship. Like, I'm just saying, make sure it's an equal thing. You know,
it's not a poly. That's a one-sided poly.
Yeah, that's a one-sided poly, and you don't want to be in a one-sided poly. That's just like, because then you go to places and it's because it's an open relationship. Everybody can sort of like just, hey man, that just sounds so weird to me. Like
it's probably not a good idea.
It's probably not a good idea. I don't know how. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, man, that wouldn't work. Plus, you don't really like. Technically, since it's open, she can go anywhere she wants, and you can't really ask her, like, is she, getting any on the side, because that's what y'all do, right? So, there's this, like, when you talk about billing,
are you saying, like, it'd be like inquiring about why her OnlyFans account brings in $10,000 a month and your OnlyFans account only brings in 100? Yeah.
Probably something like that. Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but okay, yeah, we'll say that.
You got me thinking, man. You got me thinking. We're talking about poly, like a big fat hairy Italian dude.
Yeah,
it got me thinking about Tony. Did you ever see my Tony video that I did?
No.
Tony was messing with armor. Remember that?
Yeah, Tony. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love Tony because he sounds like, he reminds me of. It's funny because one day he was trying to explain flat Earth, and it was great, and he has that accent, and everything, and I was dying, dude. I was like, oh my god, and he's trying to explain it, and it just sounded ridiculous. And I said, dude, it sounds like Dracula trying to explain the flat Earth, conspiracy. He reminds me of Dracula when he speaks. So that's who Tony reminds me of. But that's just, just an observation. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, where's he been anyway? I haven't even seen that guy. Hello?
He's just been making contact for his OnlyFans accounts.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought, don't do that to me, man. I lost internet yesterday. My stuff just shut down yesterday for no apparent reason. I thought I was off air. You guys do that dead air thing. I'm not cool with that. Don't ever do that again.
No.
You scared the crap out of me. Oh my god.
No.
All right.
No, you've watched this show before. I disappear.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, without warning. Like I will usually at least say, hey, I'm going to, and he just goes.
You guys need some broadcasting etiquette. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You left me hanging, bro. I was like,
Well, I just couldn't pick up I couldn't hit the mute button fast enough. I was there for you, man. I
appreciate
was there
you, Sag. I appreciate you, Sag. What is exactly? I'm a little concerned about your avatar there. What is that exactly?
It's a taco. It's a taco with a mustache.
No, I understand yours. What is Sag?
I'm a chili pepper with sunglasses and a cape.
Okay, I've just never seen a chili. Okay, it's just kind of a weird colored chili pepper.
I'm super pepper.
Okay, all right.
Super habanero man, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, but
we do have extras. Would you like to see some of the variety?
Oh pack? Yeah, we can toss you a costume.
Oh no, I'm good. I got my Beetle costume on tonight.
Okay, right.
I'm good. Okay. I'm good. Thank you.
We got peace giving signed burrito guy. I mean, you at least want to see him, right?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll bring out the cast of Taco Tuesday characters there.
I sure will, Mr. Sagi. But I don't want to get off topic though. I do want to show him that Tony.
Oh, we're on topic. I didn't realize that.
Oh man, we have serious ADHD on this show.
Oh, I know. It's all good. I can roll with the ADHD. I used to have that pretty bad. I don't know. It was like I didn't realize I was so ADHD, and then like I went to take a friend to get them tested and whatever, and I was talking to the doctor, and he slides me the paper, and he goes, "Why don't you take that test too?" So I took the test.
Oh no!
Yeah, I took the test. He's like, He goes, "Why don't you come back and see me sometime?" I was like, I was bad, man. I was like, squirrel. squirrel.
Yeah.
You know, I was all over the place. I don't know what happened. I was like, I just sort of calmed down after that, you know. And I don't know. It's like Mandela, I think, around Mandela time, say 2016. I just started becoming less, I don't know. Became more focused. Let's put it that way.
I've got a problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Where did you send those?
Messenger, I think.
Oh, okay, Messenger. All right. Let me get on Messenger here. Messenger. Okay.
Old Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to send you a message earlier. I'm like, uh-oh, he's not on there. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm stuck here. But no, it's cool. Yeah, here's the avatars he was gonna send you.
Well, I thought it'd be nice just to have some like on standby for just generally speaking.
Generally speaking, you know, that
Yeah.
was your old name, as we mentioned earlier.
Yes, before I graduated to Sagittarically speaking, yes.
Yeah, he was like he was suggesting these costumes for you. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Send Dan the stereotypical, slightly racist Mexican.
I'm sure he'll be all for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll want to jump right into one.
Oh no, man! You know what's funny is I grew up with so much racism, but oh my goodness! Oh, yeah. Let's play the game. Is that avatar racist? Check. Yes.
Check.
Probably a little racist.
But in a nice kind of way. In a friendly 12 and under racist kind of way.
Yeah, kind of. There you go. Yeah. That's always a fun game to play. Is this racist? And you know what I mean? That's a funny, you know, way to look at life. Actually, I felt like my school was racist when I was growing up, absolutely racist, because, you know, when I first got to Texas, I went to a primarily white school and stuff, but they were having they wanted to be, you know, trendy and stuff. They were working on the new, you know, trends at the time. And in that time period, they were looking at being more culturally, you know, observant. So they wanted to so they asked me okay, hey, you know, Dan, we don't want you to do the Mexican hat dance, you know. They made me do the Mexican hat dance, man, and that's messed up because
that in and of itself is racist.
I was born in Nevada, okay. I was born in Sin City, and then I lived in California, and then I moved to Texas, all right, and I've never even been to Mexico, okay. I don't know how to speak Spanish. I don't know none of that. The closest thing I've been to Mexico is I've eaten a taco. And you're making me dance around a damn Mexican hat, like as if I know to do it because I'm Garcia. Right. That's messed up. See, that's racist. I was like, man, and I was, you know, that was the first time I ever felt like, man, I think this is something. I didn't know what to call it. I was too young at the time. But later on, I was like, you know, there was that event back in third grade where I had to dance around a damn hat. Yeah, you know, like that.
You know, the Mexican hat dance, the song itself is banned in 3 countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we used it one time on Taco Tuesday, and the copyright claim said it was banned in 3 different countries. What were the countries, Hebrew? I forget.
Oh, I think one of the countries, I think there was mostly Middle Eastern countries, believe it or not. None of those countries were actually Spanish.
They were they banned the Mexican hat music.
Yeah.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah. If I ever become president, my first executive order is to ban that song in America. So no kids have to ever dance around a hat and look like idiots. Oh my God. Nobody even does that anymore anyway. That's some archaic. That's like saying, dude, I went to last weekend, dude, I went square dancing. Who the hell square dances? Nobody.
Yeah.
All right, so we have image under 2 under scrutiny here.
Yeah.
Pepe the Pepper guy bringing a taco.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now. Bring it. Where did you? Wow. Did you go to racist Mexican meme.com. I mean, where do you pick these up, man?
I think these are from a certain chain's menu, like their
Oh.
characters in their coloring book menu. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty cool. Gotta have the characters. Pretty good stuff.
We got one or two more. Yeah.
Oh, there's one guy. I was gonna say, so far everything's been mustachioed, but yeah, it's looking better right there. You got the green dude there. You got the rocking a hat. I actually am a big fan of the sombrero. I am a huge fan. I'll tell you why. They just look like they're just so fun, and they give you so much shade. I really think that's a cool hat. I don't have one myself, but I've seen a few guys that were like, working like landscaping and stuff, wearing them, and I was like, I mean, hey, I'm just saying, if I'm out in the heat working, I want one.
Yeah, me too.
It's a hell of a hat. I think it's misunderstood.
So this one kind of isn't racist. I don't really see a lot of racists in this one.
Not too bad. Not too bad. No, one's okay. Just a happy pepper.
I think this is the last one.
All right.
Now this one.
That's a burrito, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like Cowboy Bob the burrito, right?
That's not bad. These aren't really that bad, but yeah, that's hey, they're great avatars for you guys, and especially for the Taco Tuesday theme.
Yep, there you go. It's just and we haven't ever actually used them yet, so they're just on standby.
Oh yeah.
There's Armor talking now. He says, "Hey, we used to square dance in high school." Yeah, so did we, Armor. We had to learn.
Yeah, I did that. I remember square dancing.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be fun today to do it now. I mean, when you're a kid and they're making you do this stuff, and you're just like, no. I was always pushing against the authority. I've been doing it since I was younger, so is this live? Unfortunately, Hang Ten Alien Surfer. Unfortunately, they made us do it. I think that's affected by grace. Unfortunately, sir. Yes. Yeah, Armor. I hear you. All right, what are you pulling up here?
Here's the video I did on. Now you got to remember, this was at the time.
No, I'm gone. Now,
whoops.
The story.
Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be Tony?
Yeah.
That's so messed up, man. Oh gosh. What's funny is in real life he's not that far off. That's about I've seen his real picture, dude. Yeah. It's like, whoa. You know what he reminds me of? Remember the parking attendant at Ferris on the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. He looks like that dude. He really does. All right, let's see this.
This now, keep in mind, this occurred shortly after they had their
debate. Yeah, it was within a couple of days afterwards. Yeah,
the debate. Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, here we go. This is me talking here at first, but then I do the sound bites. So here we go.
All right.
As the story is told, I think you're out, and if you're out there at time available, so do I, because I could you possibly stream 10, 12 hours as if I was still a little boy. Like all shields, they will tell you nothing whatsoever, because I did go once to not to do anything pretty much, but I didn't want to worry anybody. I went there at 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning one morning, the waiting room was empty, and it'll go away. I go, yeah, but what about my arms, my legs, and oh shit. All right, you did this, and then she tells me, okay. So I was driving, and now in my very first video, when I decided to start a channel, about the views or any of that, I was totally oblivious to all of it. Just a shield. Somebody who was put it pretty much to start to see how that is a great form of legs and my stuff there in Canada. You guys think that we have December 2006, never did it with my brother. So about 3 years ago, he has the butt. we tried to. You lied, you fucking whore. You did it right. You just lied. Look in the mirror. Now, there's the laugh. So they finally did take it serious. And within 1 hour, I went there at 3 in the afternoon. After that, so in between Christmas and New Year's, in my very first video, when I did be at risk, when I discovered Cuba, the beautiful sand, the beach, the weather, everything's great. There is no chance of any crime. The trip was booked since November. So I finally went to a clinic instead.
Then you discovered Cuba.
Yeah, he discovered Cuba.
Well, it's a lot bigger now, so it's not hard to see.
Yeah, I think we get it, buddy. It's funny though.
Good old Tony, man. Tony Montana.
Oh yeah, hold on 1 second here. You missed a good little soundbite there. Now the old guy's supposed to be Armor,
right?
And he's responding to him. Check this out. He goes, "I lost the sensation in my." We'll just listen.
In my hard to hear.
Oh, sorry.
No. You're going nowhere. Nobody might please the next morning. So now we're talking. And she just lied. Going, how's that sound? I'll check him out when I get to Italian the week. I know that's a lie, you fucking idiot. After that, so in between Christmas and New Year, I'll abuse or any of that. I was totally oblivious to all to consider married. Never had any children of my own. Be at risk. When I discovered Cuba, I could go out late at night, go once to the beach with my brother, because I used to love to go to Cuba. And it's because like Italians, we do hang around in family a lot. We celebrate New Year's. So, and 2 days before I was supposed to be
You're gonna get me a video, bro.
With my brother.
Turn this off. I see what he's gonna make a video. He's gonna make a video. He's like, "You better come apologize to me, Dan, or else." So yeah, because you're gonna get me a video. He's gonna see this and he's gonna be like, he's gonna put out the ultimatum. You better apologize. You're gonna get me in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's all good. No, hey man, Tony, that was a hell of a fun ride. I mean, I don't know what happened to him because he was just on a roll, man. I mean, I've never seen anybody be a living meme like him. It was incredible. I think I honestly, even though as annoying as some of the stuff that happened was, I feel like I feel like those are days that are gonna be missed. Sir, I really do. I miss Tony. For some weird reason, there's a part of me that I don't know what it is. There's a part of me that misses Tony a little bit. I wish him well. I just I don't know what he's doing now, but he was making the rounds, man. He was getting out there. He was just, doing his thing, whatever. He's a character, man. I mean, we haven't had that kind of energy in a while,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying like in the whole grand scheme of thing of life, when I look at this kind of stuff, like at the time, I sort of look at it differently. Like, oh, geez, I can't believe this is happening. But when we look back, we realize that sometimes even some of these moments that are a little weird and kind of cringy or whatever, they're actually moments that we look back and go, wow, that was kind of a crazy time. That was cool. Like, I don't know why, but during the time, you can have a different opinion. It's just how I look at life, I don't know. Nowadays it's just like, I'm like water off a duck's back, baby. It's like, whatever, it's all good, shit happens, just, hey, it is what it is. And I don't know where Tony came from. I don't know what the whole thing was with that dude. I could never really quite understand his concepts to what his beliefs were or anything like that. He was always going after he said he was going after the pedos. So I was like, okay, it's good. You know, that's a noble effort. You know, I hope that works out for you. You know, but then in turn he called everybody a pedo. So it was like, well, you can't, you know, just go around, you know, blanketly calling everyone a pedophile,
Right.
and you know, so I'm just saying.
The thing that cracks me up about some of these groups, like the groups, like they would. It seems like they would get a lot more done if they would quit fighting amongst each other and talking all the nonsense that they talk and just go after pedos. You know, if they're just if you're gonna go after pedos, go after pedos. Don't sit there and fight amongst each other and say, look, well, let's make this about the Mandela effect. No, you can't do that. You got to make it about your goal. Your goal's to stop trafficking and stop pedophiling. You know, it just seems like it's so divisional. You know what I mean? It's like the whole.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. You know, the whole scope of YouTube, dude, and what I see, about 80 to 85% of these channels out there, either they're putting on a character and not being themselves, trying to be something else, or they are something else. You feel me? And when you see these arguments start between channels, it's kind of weird how if you pay attention, like, because I just kind of been around the block for a while, and it's weird, like they all seem to like link up over time, and to some weird way, like when you look at the connections there, you know. And so I believe that a lot of these channels start their own drama for the sake of views. You know, like then they create this, or you know, it's like what they did with Flat Earth when they, and I said this, Flat Earth was the beautiful psyop. Not that, you know, calm down, Flat Earthers. I know you're out there. They're everywhere. They're like QAnon. But like, if you say anything about Flat Earth, like, oh my God, you know, the ball. Look, I'm not saying anything about it. I'm saying though that the people that were running Flat Earth were completely and utterly controlled. And then they started arguing amongst themselves, and they created this thing where they got you even more involved in it, because then you had your camp versus the other camp, and then it just became this divisive thing, and they were able to destroy it right away because no one could ever get along, and you know, just talk, just be normal. And that was the thing. It's always this little bit of like what I call sort of YouTube, I don't know, a YouTube facade that people have. Like, hey guys, you know, and also too, look how well produced. You guys have been doing videos a while. Look how well produced some of this stuff is on some of these channels. Ask yourself this question: how can one person have so much production value in a video? Who has the time to do all that? I mean, I have time to mess with. I don't have. It takes a lot of effort. So everyone is either like badass in audio and video and has, well, did some training and decided to go to YouTube, and then on top of that, be into conspiracy theory, and then be into actually being on camera and doing it well, like you're actually giving a news broadcast. Okay, without ever messing up and ever pausing to think, well, I wonder what's going on with that. You know, that's where I'm saying, if you look for people without pauses, the ones that don't pause have already recited the script. And if you've recited the script, then a lot of times then you're too worried either about your persona, which you're not worried about the information. So I'm saying be aware of that. And I noticed that there's just a lot of YouTube channels out there that, you know, seem to be well rehearsed, you know, and I've always been curious about this. And then they always got, you know, 100,000 of subscribers, no problem. But then, you know, it's just weird, right? So we see all this stuff, and I've noticed that, and then they'll fight amongst themselves. So they're getting back to the flat earth thing. That was basically a beautiful psyop, because they had everyone put in place. They had everyone for every demographic. I've said this in the past. I said they had Mark Sargent for, you know, the Gen Xers. They had Patricia Steer for the girls, and for guys that were, you know, whatever, like thinking she was cute. They had who is it? Was it Eric Dubay for the New Agers. They had millennials. They had Jeranism, and they were all just ready to go. And they all had all their flat Earth topics all in, all their ducks in a row. And they had Rob Skiba for the Christians, and they had everybody. Dude, it was a beautiful thing. It was unreal how they all just, knew each other and came together and all worked and had all the same stuff. And then all of a sudden they were infighting. And they had that crazy Matthew Powerland. He was for the real fringe guys. Matthew was a nutball. He was the one that was invited out to the Hamptons. He said, yeah, I love that story. It was so good. And the lights went out and they lit candles. And some dude, some general or something that was there, drew this circle on the floor. And they're like, yeah, he's like, this is the way the earth looks. And they looked at Matt and they're like, Matt, what do you think? And he's like, it's flat, And Matt was like, whoa, So that they tried to indoctrinate him into the Illuminati. Like it was
the Illumiflatty.
And of course, the Illumiflatty. And of course, the Illumiflat. That's so amazing. So, of course, it would have to be in the Hamptons because all, scary shit happens in the Hamptons. I don't even know where the Hamptons are, but yeah. Anyway, so the point is that, that was the story. And then, of course, he was the crazy guy. And then, like, you had Flat Earth Asshole and you had all these guys, man. And everybody had their little camp and the person they related to. And then they blew it all up. And they tried to do that with Mandela Effect.
Mm-hmm.
They really tried to do that with a Mandela Effect.
They really did.
I'm not even going to name the culprits. They knew who they are. They know damn well who they are. I'm not even going there, man.
We don't have to.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with the flat Earth is, and nothing against it because I've listened. I remember when I first found out about flat Earth, I took it all in and I heard I listened to the best of the best points they had to offer, and I have to admit they have some valid points. They raise some seriously good issues, but at the long and the short of it, at the end of the day, you can't prove irrevocably one way or the other that it is flat or that it isn't flat. And you can only go over the information and the talking points so many times. I mean, once you draw a conclusion and you've made up your mind and you've talked about it and you've done, I don't know, 100 shows on it, what more else is there to say,
Not a whole lot. I mean, some of the stuff that happened with the flat Earth stuff was really interesting because, like I said, the whole YouTube stuff. When I first did YouTube videos, before I did even the Mandela video, or started with Mandela Effect, I was trying to get used to uploading to my channel. That was the biggest step was like, ooh, here I go. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna put it up. And I thought that was kind of a rush, it's kind of cool. I was like, oh my God, I really did this. And it was horrible, man. It was horrible. I took them down. Thank God. I don't have those videos up anymore. But I was doing some testing on the moonlight because I was blown away. And this might be just a Mandela thing, maybe not even flat Earth, because the idea that the moonlight is colder in the light than if you're in the shadow of the moon freaked me out.
I'm familiar with this. We've talked about this before, and I know what you mean. It is an interesting observation, isn't it?
It's an interesting observation. I wanted to prove it, so I tried to test it, and that was the first videos I uploaded. And so,
how did it go? Were you able to prove it one way or the other?
Well, I proved that it was definitely colder. The problem was I couldn't make it repeatable in the same spot because my meter was very inaccurate. It was one of those light. It was one of those infrared ones. And I marked the dot and everything, but depending on how and what angle you are pointing it at, it can change the temperature slightly. And we're only talking about a 4 to 6 degree change in surface temperature. It's very slight, but I'm sure it's definitely scientifically plausible to get a good reading. I just need better measuring equipment. So I felt like my results were skewed, and because of there was too much of a gap in measurements, but I was able to show that the ones that were in the shade were definitely warmer, but I couldn't keep it within a certain range. See what I'm saying? The range was all over the place, and I was looking for a tighter grouping, but it did show temperatures that were, that showed a difference for some odd reason. I was like, that's weird, but I would just wish I had better equipment. done a more scientific test on it.
I just thought of something not to get off the subject or anything, but me and Sagi were talking about a moose earlier, and it got me to thinking. There's a question I'm sure that's on everybody's mind that you talked about on Mandela Monday.
Oh yeah.
Did you eat the moose chili?
I have not, dude. But you know what? Just for your broadcast, I will certainly eat some moose chili just for the hell of it. I'll do it. I'll go heat that shit up right now, and we got a little bit left, and I'll go get a cracker, and I'll try it, man. We'll do some like I don't know, Taco Tuesday Fear Factor.
There you go.
I heard Fizzy's telling me it's going to be gamey. She's like, well, yeah, or no, Noble said it was going to taste like a swamp. Is what he said. Yeah, he's like, dude, that's going to taste like a. But see, I know where this moose came from. This is a Colorado moose, which I didn't know Colorado had moose. I was thinking more, whatever. Okay, all right, I guess. I mean, why not? Sure, moose can kind of go where they want to go. So apparently there's moose in Colorado. I would not have guessed that. I would have thought maybe Montana, a Montana moose.
Yeah. I just figure wherever there's mountains, there's mooses.
Yeah, why would a moose? It looks like a horse with large antlers. Yeah. Or I don't know why it likes mountains so much, but yeah, good point. Yeah. Anyway, no, I have not tried it. I have I had a hamburger, and made a little hamburger patty tonight. But yeah, I was thinking about it. Yeah, I should try some moose chili, man. Give that a shot.
I was going to suggest something, Hebrew, as well.
What?
The video I showed you in Armor yesterday, the sheep's day?
Oh, that one's too long.
I thought maybe we could watch it if you'd be so nice.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not? If Scarab is down, then
what do we got? What are we going to watch?
Well, go ahead and get it queued up. You remember how to bring it up?
I think so.
Okay, while you do that, I'll set it up.
Where did you share that, sir?
What do sheep say? You just type it in Google search.
Oh, I have to type. Oh, see, I have to do some actual typing.
Yeah, well, unfortunately.
But
it's a song that I'm sure you're familiar with Chris and Sherry Geo. Dan?
Yes.
From TFR?
Yes.
Well, they have a channel called Beyond the Veil or something like that. Well, they were doing a special on Toth the other day, the Atlantean Pharaoh Cease or whatever his name is. Toth.
Toth.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they went to break and they played the song that they had recently put together, and I just thought it was a really clever song. And he does lightweight music, projects on the side anyway, but this one in particular stood out. I think you might enjoy it. I think our audience will enjoy it, and I know they won't copyright us or anything over it. They appreciate the share.
Oh yeah. So what's the name of the channel? Beyond the Veil.
Veil.
Beyond the Veil. Yeah. Not Veil.
Yeah.
That's a totally different.
That would be a great name for an Italian restaurant. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Fizzy. I think
that would be, dude. That's an award winner right there, buddy.
Yes, it would be. And I think Fizzy would like this as well. So you'll have to share this with her. Go ahead, whenever you're ready, there, sir.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
You gave me a good restaurant idea, man. I'm telling you, that's a great name. Beyond the Veil.
And we're here every Thursday.
I know, right? Hey, man, I gotta come in, get some ideas.
Hey, let me ask you this though. There's something that's weighing in my mind. I think I messed up earlier. What is the plural version of moose?
Meese.
Really? Wait, no, that's like mice, right?
I don't know. Mooses.
Mooses. I guess.
All right. Hey, you asked. The first thing I thought of was the meese.
Meese.
Yeah,
I hate Mises to pieces. All right, here we go. Here's this video.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, Trump goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes crow, and the elephant says toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound everyone hates. What does the sheep say? We're a mask. Ding, 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 ding. We're a mask. What does sheep say? Get a vax. Get a vax. What does sheep say? Go for Joe. Hockey, 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 ho. Go for Joe. What does sheep say? There's no proof of any voter fraud. There's no proof of any voter fraud. What does sheep say? Shifty eyes, covered nose, chasing people through grocery stores. Skinny jeans, soy boy stare. Done, but they don't care.
Oh, jeez.
Gives them no facts. Just Orange Man is bad, and COVID deaths are really bad. Like super bad. A deadly virus that's bad. What does the sheep say? Everyone should stay at home. Wear your mask while you're at home. What does sheep say? 14 days to flatten the curve. 6 more months to flatten the curve. What does sheep say? College should be free. Everything should be free. What does sheep say? Trust the food and trust Fauci too. What does sheep say? The wokeness of the sheep draped in PPE. Somewhere deep in your house, I know you're hiding. Where are your brains? Do you even think? Will always be a mystery. What's your like you? Are you really stupid? Or down by the tube? What's in your mind? Will we ever know? I want to know.
For Biden.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
A lot of subliminals there, wasn't there?
Yeah. I would like the 3 minutes and 26 seconds of my life back. I would like to say that Suso is in here under both accounts talking to himself, kind of like his Ethereum producing computer probably does.
It's mining.
Yeah, it's mining right now. I mean, it's absolutely hooked in. So I don't know if the computer's actually which one the computer is, but it's one of those accounts. And so he's able to talk to it now. It's actually taking a life of its own. I find that awkwardly disturbing. And,
does he say, how much money have you made? And it says, not now, I have a headache. I'm just curious.
Yeah, so you haven't missed much, Suso.
Okay.
So anyway, the blockchain is here, and so is Suso. So welcome to the broadcast. And
I'll tell you what, man, he would have liked that article I shared earlier about the what was that, about the weed? Remember, Sagi?
Oh yeah, I do remember because I was just reading about the weed. I didn't actually smoke any.
What's the problem with the weed?
They were talking about how a certain strain of weed could actually keep you from catching COVID-19.
A certain strain of weed can keep you from really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why does it? Is it because it coats the lungs?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
How did you've read this article, have you?
No, it makes perfect sense because they were saying the same. They didn't want to say it, but there are doctors overseas that are saying smokers aren't catching COVID in higher in rates that non-smokers are catching it because their lungs are coated with tar. So
And that's exactly the conclusion we came to. Like, even though that there's probably a lot of truth to this particular article, it's not like all of a sudden the doctors are going to say, "Yeah, well, let me go ahead and write you a script for this weed, and you should just be fine." I mean, it's
you
just
know,
not likely to happen.
I've never taken a poll because I don't know if people even want to admit to it because it's almost so taboo these days. But a lot of people. I wonder how many smokers are awake. Like I wonder if that's the problem. Is that back in the day, people seemed to be more in tune and connected, and seemed to be a little bit more logical as far as like you couldn't really, not saying people couldn't get fooled, but a lot of people, were just more aware. Okay,
Well,
and it seems
they
like
say
we've.
that marijuana opens your third eye. That it gives you
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just
better
from the
perspective.
from the
Yeah,
perspective of like smokers being
yeah.
more chill and maybe relaxed, because they smoke. And like I said, like when I used to wait tables, right out of high school, I remember I used to love the smoking section because the tips were better. On a Friday night, dude, it was super busy, and dude, it was high stress when you were non-smoking because those people were just like, you know they were like, "Oh my God, where's my food, man?" Freaking out. And you're just like, "Hold on, I'll get you some more chips. Calm down." And, you were just dealing with people who were just more like, get the manager kind of people.
Yeah,
Karens,
yeah.
but
In the smoker section, it was more like, "Just dude, no worries, man. Just
hey,
saying."
no,
Like,
man, it was all good. It was like, dude, I'll have another drink. And a lot of times they like to drink and have a cigarette. If their shit wasn't ready, they just light up another cigarette and calm down. They wouldn't care.
yeah,
They were just
exactly.
they were just cool to work with, to wait on. I never had any problem with it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was just saying, like I always wondered what the link was because it just seems like like a lot of quote people who are now at least awake or are seeing things in a new way. A lot of these people smoke. Not saying it's all of them. I'm sure it's not the case. I'm just saying I think there's a high percentage. And then you think for years, they're always like our government who now think about this for a second, right?
I will.
Do you trust the government at all?
Nope.
Do you trust that the government really cares how long you live? Do you think they really give a shit one way or the other? I mean, honestly.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. Why then do you think they give a shit about your health? Not to say that. I'm saying to everybody, hey, you know what? Go out and smoke a pack of smokes. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's just weird to me. Like, it always made me wonder, like, why do they care so much about my health and what I do with it when they could give two shits about me, right? Like, yeah, like, in the whole New World Order concept, you would think they would be handing out cigarettes like we'd have cigarette vending machines like we used to and stuff like that.
We used to,
Yeah, yeah.
That's
like,
the thing is like
doesn't make sense.
They used to say smoking was good for you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, remember that?
Yeah. I'm just wondering.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm wondering. No, you're fine. I was just thinking, like, is there a link to people who smoke and people who are just like more likely not to get roped into the system of the matrix, in a sense, like saying, like, maybe if not saying that non-smokers can't break free too, but is it possible that like one of the key aspects of this, because if you think about it, if their whole plan is to want to kill off the population like the Georgia Guidestones, they want keep humanity within 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, that type of thing. If they want to do that, then wouldn't they just like like they would be promoting smoking? That's all I'm saying. Right. Like, why do they not promote it, and why is it considered the unhealthy thing to do and all this? And why are so many smokers awake?
Yeah, I never thought about that. I mean,
I don't know. Stuff this is shit I think about sometimes. Maybe I'm way off.
I think it's also the smoking sections across the world, because some of the best information I ever found out about my employer and what was really going on in the office, and just being more in tune with the politics of the office environment or the workplace is in the smoking lounge. When you go outside and you're sitting out there talking with the other smokers, that's where you get the real skinny
Let's
on
be
things.
honest.
Yeah, and
Let's
now
be
you
honest.
can't,
Who would you if you were out there, okay, and you walked outside and you saw some some people standing outside, who would you gravitate? Who would you want to start a conversation with? Like the people who aren't smoking or somebody who is smoking? I'd rather talk to the smoker. I feel like I could already tell you that guy probably looks deeper into things than like the stressed out people who don't smoke and who are probably sitting on their phone, texting.
He's more approachable. He's probably better versed in almost any subject because he's had all those other smoking conversations throughout his life compared to the person who hasn't. Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I loved about weed when I smoked weed? I loved what was fun about weed for me was just the conversations you could get into, man. And we get deep, bro. Like you just like sit there and just talk some crazy shit, it was fun. And it was fun to just mill it over, that was what I enjoyed. Not so much the effects. I just like the conversations you could have.
Yeah, you would come up with subjects that you would never come up with under normal circumstances.
Right.
And you take it a lot further and deeper than you would have otherwise as well.
Yeah, I don't do weed anymore because honestly, since the Mandela effect, my life has been like technically one big acid trip. So I don't really need anything else in my life, per se.
No.
Not
but
to
if
say
you
that
were, if you were in an idea industry, like an advertising market or something like that, where you had to have new, fresh, clever ideas on a daily basis, that weed would be part of, in a controlled way, a part of the creative process. Like there might be like get high Wednesdays or something. You see what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Here's the thing, man. It's like smoking. I'm not talking about weed now at this time, but just smoking in general. Just like think of all the smokers we have, just tobacco smokers within the Mandela affected community. I mean, there's me, there's Sagi, there's you, Scarab, Sandy smokes, Fizzy smokes, Armor smokes. I bet if we got a raise of hands there in the chat, there'd be like half the chat.
I think that should be one of the litmus tests. Like, not to say that you're not Mandela affected, but you're on the list as maybe being, just, maybe you're not quite as affected. So you ask them, like one of the questions, like when you join a Facebook group or something, like, do you smoke? And they're like, no. And you're like, already that's a marking. I'm not saying it's like it's a death sentence. I'm just saying it's a mark, because I mean it's true. Suso smokes. I mean, shit, man. I mean, we all know what Suso smokes. He's like a chimney.
Well,
yeah. But no, it's just something I thought about. I thought it was interesting. A lot of folks in the truth community smoke.
Yeah.
And
here's the other thing, man, is like I miss the days where you could sit in the restaurant and then eat your meal, and then you'd get done with the meal and then stomp out your cigarette and your bowl of mashed potatoes. That's how you knew the meal was over, man. You knew it was over.
That's disgusting. You're oh my God.
I never put it in my mashed potatoes. That's just crude.
Man, what
I put it in the ketchup. In the ketchup, I put it out in the ketchup. Yeah, yeah.
No, but man, it's like that. By the way, is a Seinfeld joke. Like you put your cigarette out and your mashed potatoes. The meal was done.
Right. That's pretty much a wrap. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never really looked at it like that until you brought it up. Like, said it like that. Thank you for enlightening me there. I've never really, I don't know, man. I mean, I just think about this kind of weird shit. I don't know. Maybe there's something to that because I often wonders, like, why do they care so much about my health? Why are they trying to stop everybody from smoking? Do they really? Because all you ever hear about is how they want to kill us all with vaccines or, something, global warming or, some sort of natural disaster or whatever.
Right.
They got to thin the herd, you know.
But here's the thing: like back in the 50s, and even further back than that, they're all like, they would have doctors come on TV and go, "Yes, smoking is good for you. You can see, you smoke this brand, you get 50% less tar or whatever. It's better than this other brand. You smoke these, you'll get less headaches. Your hunger pains will go away. You blah blah blah, this and that." They were telling you all the health benefits, and then all of a sudden, like in the 60s or 70s, something changed. You know what I'm saying? Like something changed to change all their minds about it. Is like, what changed? You know?
I don't know.
The whole hippie movement happened, but that was manufactured by the CIA as well. So go figure.
Hippies smoke like crazy back in the day, you know. Like I don't know when it was more like in the 80s, I think, is when the whole, you know, banning smoking from restaurants or banning smoking from this and that began to happen, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a cultural shift about that time, and that's when I started noticing it, because there used to be I mean, dude, it's kind of crazy. Like I remember being on older airplanes. Like I never smoked on an airplane. Never thought
they had ashtrays built into the armrests in the airplane.
Can you imagine you just sit on a plane, and you're a non-smoker, you just light up next to somebody and be like, "F it." Can you imagine? That is crazy.
And not think nothing of it. And the non-smoker isn't even expect. And if the non-smoker is offended, he dare not say anything. Where it's quite the opposite now, where now the smoker timidly fires up in any public place in hopes not to offend anybody.
Right now they're like, well, if you smoke outside, you gotta be 25 feet from the door. Don't even be near the door. You know, nobody wants your smoke. And it's just like, okay. Well, you know, it's just bizarre to me. Like it's weird how we've changed our mindsets on all this stuff. And I say that it's not a good mindset, and it probably is a more healthier lifestyle, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's gonna. I personally think that it's kind of one of those things where I think, honestly, you go when God wants you to go. Like I used to believe that you could just extend your life, like, you know, like it was up to you, but I don't really think it is anymore.
No, it's ultimately out of our hands.
I really do believe it is. I think, you know, you never know what can happen. You can just be walking down, you know, walking through your house and fall on the table and take a shard of glass to the chest, you know, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
Mean, you could be walking down the street and the piano fall on you, you know.
Well, then you find out, you know, what's weird is always like every time they're on the news, they always find like, we just found the oldest person living in the US. And it's like an old lady. She's like 108. And there she is, like eating like ham and smoking a cigarette at the same time, you know, and it's like it's got a whole bag of effort next to her, you know. I don't give a shit. Just it's kind of weird, you know. And I think, you know, when I see that, I'm like, well, obviously, like how much older was she supposed to live if she didn't smoke? You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny is you hear about people that, oh, you know, my grandfather died of lung cancer, but he never even smoked. Or, you know, stuff like that. You always hear that stuff too. So.
Or they quit smoking and then died within 2 years because when they quit smoking, it triggered their body to start trying to eject the toxins.
That's right. And see, my grandpa is 93. No, wait, 94. Yeah, 93 years old. Smokes like a chimney and drinks like a fish. And he's 93 years old. You know?
Yeah, 93.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna start any AA meetings anytime soon. No, my dad's cousin died like that because he was like, you know, he drank all his life, and you know, so he was like a functioning alcoholic type of thing, and then they like his daughter tried to take his alcohol away, and anyway, she ended up killing him. Because he had drank for so long, man. The detox.
His body couldn't. The detox, The detox process killed him.
I heard the alcoholism detox is like some of the worst.
It is.
I've heard that. Yeah. So I never got into alcohol, but you know, I've heard it's pretty bad. I went to, when I was younger, I was you know, it's kind of a bootlegger when I was in high school. So I got in trouble a little bit. You know, I got a few times where got busted with alcohol and stuff like that, because it was the crazy 80s, man. I mean, dude, I was, I had my Trans Am, and I would, drive around and go to these parties and stuff, and I could go down to Dallas, and I'd go to the worst part of Dallas, and I would buy a bunch of alcohol and then make like $300-$400 a weekend, right? This is in the 80s, dude. I was rolling in bank, so I'd take my car and I'd go like to this place, and I'd pay a guy standing outside the place. I'd give him a big tip if he walked in there, and he would put the stuff in my trunk for me. And that way, in Texas, if it's in your trunk, you don't have possession of it. So the cops could watch this happen and do nothing, right? Because I'm not drinking alcohol. I don't know what you're talking about. It's in the trunk. It's not mine. You know what I mean? You feel me? So I'd show up to the party, and of course, everyone's waiting for me to show up. Of course, I had all the alcohol. So, of course, the party didn't start till Dan got there, baby.
The party didn't start till you walked in. That's
Damn right. There wasn't a party unless Dan was there. You hear me? Like, that's the way it was. So I used to do that.
Is that when you first started saying, "What's up, party people"?
No, man, I didn't.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, it's from my generation for sure. But here's the thing. So then I got caught a few times, I'd take a friend home that drank too much or whatever. He'd leave a bottle in the back seat. I get pulled over. Cops they'd always pull me over. They always pulled me over. Well, of course they would. I'm a young kid driving a Trans Am. Who isn't going to pull? I mean, I had pull me over written all over my car. So they would go with the flashlights and look down there. What's this? Man, that was from a friend. Sure. Well, here's your ticket. Minor in possession of alcohol, right? I'd get those all the time. One day the judge, I had to go see the judge. And the judge was like, she's like, I think you got a problem. You got all these. I'm like, it's not mine, and they didn't believe me.
Right.
But she made me go to AA meetings. I'm like, shit. So that was like a scared straight moment for me. Like I went to AA, and dude, seeing all the people in AA, man, getting over the alcohol addiction. Woof. Yeah. I'll tell you what, you heard some stories.
Hearing their stories. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, holy shit, you sold your baby for alcohol? Fuck.
Oh man.
No, just kidding. It wasn't that bad. No. You sold your just kidding. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. But no, I wouldn't, Jack, some really wild shit went down, and you heard about it, and you're just like, okay, man, alcohol really isn't for me, even though, I like being the life of the party and having a good time, but this is crazy. I can't do this.
I got a question. I thought in Texas it was legal to have like an open can of beer in your front seat.
Oh, it used to be. As long as you had a passenger. So it wasn't you weren't in possession of it. You can have open container as long as your friend could have 2 beers. Didn't matter. As long as when the cop walked up to your car, he looked in there and he noticed that you were, number one, not intoxicated, and your friend held the beer. It was on his side of the car. Like there was a cup holder with 2, slots. It needed to be on his side. If there was a beer on the other slot, you were getting in trouble. You feel me? So that's how they did it. Yeah, I know. It's a crazy. So basically how it worked is I get to drink beer as I'm driving down the street and driving. Well, I shit you not. This is crazy. It's like the Wild West out here back in the day. Anyway, so they pull you over and you just hand your beer to your buddy. Hold on to this. And your buddy sits there and chug beers as the cops come up to the car and talk to the driver. And as long as you were cool, then everything was going to be cool. You're just going to get a ticket for speeding or whatever you were doing. So,
yeah, that's what I always heard. I was like, always heard that. I didn't know if it was
talking on a blockchain and a gun. Yeah, well, you can have guns more than you can beer in this. In Texas, you can just strap it right to your hip, man. Walk around like it's a Wild West, and it's all good.
I believe
you got open carry here. Wow. Yeah, open carry. It's right on the hip. Then you got to have a concealed. I guess it's a concealed open carry. I don't know how the permit works, but it used to be concealed only. Like, yeah, you can have your gun. Now we decided, we want to have. I seen a guy like walking around with 6 shooters, Like, yeah, 2 of them, man. Like he's ready to go to like at the OK Corral. I mean, it's some crazy shit. I'm not lying, man. They get real. And then at one of their churches, they used to like to bring their guns to church. I'm like, I don't know about bringing your gun to church. No, I never really been a big advocate of that because I feel like that's really like I mean, that's not really trusting in God, you know?
Right.
You know, but I know there's been church shootings and stuff like that. I'm just saying, you know, like, anyway, so the church was like, we don't want any guns here anymore. And it was called Cowboy Church. Like, shit, you know, it's called Cowboy Church. And Cowboy Church was like, it was kind of weird. They were like, no, we're being anti-gun. That pissed a bunch of people off.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, they couldn't bring their guns to church. But I understand why a lot of them were doing it, because, you know, there was a few of those church shootings and stuff that happened, you know, and yeah, they were just wanting to be protective, you know. It's always better to have a gun and not need it than to need a gun and not have one, right?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I always feel safer in church when I know there's a sniper on the steeple. I'm just saying.
Right? I know, man. That's yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, PA is open carry state also. Yeah, there you go. Armor.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Permit for concealed, but no permit for open. Really? Wow, that's really weird, man. I wonder if they allow that though in what am I thinking? Philadelphia. I bet Philadelphia is a little bit more restrictive on the guns because it's Philly and they're all jacked up over there in Philly. But at least Pennsylvania is, you know, that they got, yeah, they're doing it the right way. I see. The thing is, it's more than likely the guy that's carrying a gun on his hip, walking around, isn't going to be the guy that's going to pull it out and rob the place. I'm just saying, that's typically not going to happen. So, you know, most time that person's, you know,
we don't have open carry or concealed carry. All we do is carry around cans of Twisted Tea on us. That's all we need, man. I'm just saying.
Oh man, dude, I saw that video. That was crazy. I tripped out, dude. That guy was so wasted, and that dude's sitting there looking, and he's just taking shit from that guy, and then finally, he drops the tea, and then the dude's like tries to kick it, and he picks it up, and he hit him so fast.
Bam.
I couldn't believe how fast he smacked him with that can. What I was mostly surprised too was the fact that dude actually didn't knock his ass out. I mean, he just got hit with like a 24-ounce can of tea, man, right to the face. Yeah, that was. Oh,
yeah, dude got back up, I think, tried to start some shit again, but the guy tackled him, didn't he?
Yeah, well, the guy was so drunk, you know, he couldn't really fight. It's so funny. Man, that was awesome though. I know I saw I saw the Twisted Tea memes. Man, Twisted Tea. Yeah, there's people that just deserve to be, you know, to just get the shit kicked out of them. I mean, that's the problem, is that I think too often we don't get the shit kicked out of us enough. I mean, it just doesn't happen enough. I mean, there used to be a time, you know, even if you were in a fight in a certain situation when I was growing up, because I grew up in Texas. Texas was kind of rough, man. They were real bad here. They like, you know, it wasn't easy blending. Okay. And you came here, I was from California. So I was like the surfer kid. So everybody wanted to fight me. I'm like, damn, dude, I was fighting a lot when I was younger, you know, but there were times, you know, I got a little cocky and stuff, and then I, you know, want to fight or something like that too, because, you know, kids fought all the time. That's what we did.
I remember we had a guy, me and my stepbrother, we had this bigger, older guy named Billy that would literally harass us every day.
Billy Badass.
Billy Badass. Yeah. Badass? Yeah, his last name was Badass, and he would harass us every day, trying to walk home from school, and like push us around, get in our face, intimidate us, bully us. Till one day we finally had enough, and we just had to fight him. We couldn't avoid it no more. And then from that point on, he didn't bother us no more. But it was like we just had to get past that thing. And as much as I hated it at the time, and in hindsight, I was glad to have had it, because it needed that. It was part of the growing up process, growing your kahuna, standing up for yourself, getting, you know, not being afraid to do so. And, it's all part of the process.
I remember one time when I was in high school, dude, this one dude kept messing with me. Like, he would mess with me every freaking day. And I was sitting there. I had a dog chain that I happened to have in my pocket. And I'm like, I wrapped it around my knuckles. I'm like, next time this dude mouths off to me, because he was quite bigger than me, you know. So I had to have some kind of advantage. But I'm sitting there and I had it wrapped around my hand. And I'm just sitting there minding my own business. And sure enough, he comes up, slaps me on the back of the head. I'm like, mother, you know, and I got up and I friggin' wailed on him hard with that chain wrapped around my fist and knocked his ass out. And I'll tell you what, man. The next all through high school, he never messed with me again. In fact, we became friends, and we even started partying together. And that's how that worked back in those days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it worked. Yeah. No, I was friends with a lot of people that I fought. You know, whether it was either I didn't really call the fight much. I mean, most of the time it was like people wanted to fight me, and that was the thing. So I was like, all right, but you know that here's the thing. A lot of times after a scrape like that, you whether or not you just it just made you think of things like, well, how did I get in that fight? Yeah, I was kind of an asshole. Yeah, I probably could have handled that a little bit better. You know, like maybe to avoid the situation, I'll change my verbiage a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like there was always a lesson to it. You know, like you go on about life, especially for guys. You know, and I just think that honestly, I mean, dude, we always had some sort of beef over something, man. I remember one time I called out a guy because he told on me in class, so I was like, because you know it was like, all right, man, you know what? After school, behind the dumpster, mofo, you know, and so that's where you meet. You go behind the dumpster and squab. But after we squabbed, like we were totally fine. Like we just get it out, and it was just a way of expression. And now, I mean, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen to these kids. They don't fight anymore. No. They don't fight enough. There's no fight in them. You know,
they argue in chat rooms. They outwit each other on Twitter.
Well, you know what?
Post each other.
I saw the whole thing coming. Like when I was getting out of high school, and the new people were coming in. Like they had put in place these rules where if you got into one little fight, like they would call the police, and then the police would come down and actually arrest your ass. So that kind of put a stop to the fighting. Yeah. Arrest you. Could you imagine? Like it's not healthy. I don't think. I think that's like you said. That's how we used to settle our differences. Was just like beat the shit. I don't agree with beating the shit out of each other. So differences.
Let's be honest. You only fought for like maybe a whole. I mean, fighting's extremely hard. I don't care how much in shape you are. You're going to be winded after about 5 minutes of that shit. If you may, even in the prime of your life, you're going to be winded because there's no bell, there's no ding, ding, ding. It's fighting, and most.
It ain't like in the movies. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like when we used to fight, if a kid got knocked down or whatever, you didn't jump on him and wail on him. Still, it was over. You sometimes you help him up.
The crowd would break it up, not everybody start kicking him in the head. Exactly.
Yeah, dude, it got really violent. Like in the I'd say the 2000s, early 2000s. I was watching. You know who got really violent? Women. I'd never seen women so violent in my life. Watching women fight was scary, bro. I was like, damn. Okay, you girls are. Whew. Okay, so women would fight, and that was just hard to watch because women are like.
Because they use their nails and they scratch and claw and
women don't stop. Yeah, women don't stop, bro. Women will be on the ground and a girl will still kick her in the head. That's how bad these women are. Like, man, they would get into it and it was hardcore. Okay, it was hardcore. It was more hardcore than watching dudes. I'm telling you, man, the women's fighting was just horrible. And I don't know what was getting into people. And I saw dudes doing that too, a little bit too, a little bit of that jumping on a guy.
Yeah. So, seems like dudes more or less would just grapple. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing.
It always came down to that time. Yeah. If nobody is in MMA and that kind of thing, but most fights always end up on the ground, so a little ground skill or something like that. But, it's one thing, but yeah, I mean, it's just, it changed. I see why it kind of stopped a little bit because people got mean for a while, and watching some of this stuff was horrible. Because it wasn't the same type of just kids, having a disagreement, sort of, taking it out and just, settling it. It was brutal, man. It was a deeper, darker thing. And I think that's why they started to avoid, or people want to avoid that, because, you saw some terrible things happen. And,
I think I would have rather grew up in the age and the time when I did, with the obstacles and adversities I had to face, than to be a teenager in today's day and age. Can you imagine, like, being in high school right now and you're not getting your prom, your graduation, all this stuff because of the quote unquote pandemic and the political leanings and the cancel culture and the social media? I just can't, I don't see how teenager right now would be fun at all, and by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, I was thinking too is I really think that the social media scene and the cell phones and all the stuff like that has changed our society to a point where, when I look back at what we were and how we used to be, we've lost our way. And I'll tell you why. Because what you used to do is build you had your social interaction skills by leaving the house, going to find some friends, going up to the park, playing a little football, playing some sports. If you weren't that good, you always try to, have a team that was equally balanced with good players and bad, and then everybody had some fun.
You formed a band or something. Yeah.
Whatever. There's always something you can do, outside of and now all these kids are just stuck in house on computers and stuff. And it's like, that sucks. That just blows. I can't imagine being a young person with all this energy and there's nothing to do with it. I mean, it's like really hard it's like, oh, you have to go and dude, we used to just get on our bikes and go on, and I did see a few kids riding bikes, when we were on lockdown earlier in the year. Of course, now it's wintertime, so there's not so many of them. But, that never really stopped us, I mean, the thing is like I couldn't stand being inside. I hated being inside. I felt so confined. I wanted to be outside. I want to be running. I want to be doing something. I want to have fun. That was what life was about. And I think that that's really missing nowadays. I don't think the kids are getting that social interaction and getting able to do the calisthenics they need to really.
No, I mean, they're even doing their classes in a computer for now. I mean, come on.
Oh man, and it's like all online now. Shit. Oh my God. You can't even get the college experience anymore. You can't have fun doing that. It's all got to be online. And if it is a situation where you can go to class, I'm sure it's awful sitting there with a mask on your face all day, like, just, it's terrible. I got something to show you. This is, this is going to make you laugh. Let me pull it up real quick. 1 second here. All right. This is just something I saw. This is the absurdity. I haven't posted it on Facebook yet, but let me just show you the absurdity of special. I got this little flyer in the mail today. You tell me what you see wrong with this picture. Here it is. It's for a dental place.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm like, really? Yeah. I'm like, you need to fire your PR person.
They have the blankest, darkest smiles I've ever seen.
Jeez, look at that. We're your smile specialist. Yeah, I can't wait to go there. Jeez. Oof. Just bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. I thought that was funny.
It is. You know what grinds my gears is what I like to call mask tards, like these people that wear their mask in their car while they're driving. You know what I'm saying? They're like, this is so funny to me. That's so weird. Like, why would you and then there's people that are out jogging when they're not doing it now as cold as it is around here, but they're out jogging, they're all by themselves, no one around for a mile or so, and they're wearing masks out jogging, dude.
No, they're not.
Yes. I'm serious as a doorknob.
Oh my
Doorknob.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen it as well. We have bikers, like a bike lane out in front of my house, and I've seen the guys that ride the speed'em bikes or whatever, and they're wearing masks on their bikes while
Huh.
they're riding their bikes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, man. Take that thing off, dude. Why would you do that? Why would you even see? This is the problem is that I think people are wearing it more now because in cars and bikes, they're just used to it now. It's like it's starting to become normalized. And that is scary.
Mm-hmm.
That is scary. Now you're the weird one when you don't wear the mask. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
still, I go in public. I go into stores. I don't care. I mean, I often, if anybody says something to me, I'm like, I have a whole speech ready to go. Basically, it's like, have you seen what a virologist does when he works with live viruses? You seen the getup that he wears? They wear the hazmat suits with the hoses attached to it and everything, and all that stuff when they're working with viruses, right? That's what they wear. They don't just walk around with a mask on and goggles.
No, exactly.
So how is my bandana gonna do anything? Now, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. We got to stop. At some point, I'm hoping people will finally see the light and get sick of it. But I'm kind of afraid because I'm thinking with these new sightings of people with it, in cars and everywhere else, it's starting to look kind of sad for us. Like, I don't think people are getting it quick enough, man. They're not quite, figuring it out. And I'm shocked that they're not. But, this shows how well controlled we are.
Yeah, it really does. It really goes to show how much control the television really has over our society, because that's really all we would have to do for this to really be over is just turn off the TV. If everybody just turned off the TV for 2 weeks and just interacted based on human interaction, all of the psyop would be over. But that's what it would take.
I don't know about that one. I really don't, because there's a lot of people don't watch the boob tube. They've thrown their TVs away to the wayside.
But not enough, because that's where they're getting all this information from. It's coming from the TV. It's coming from because now when you're watching cable, not only are you getting the story, the one-sided version of the story, but you're getting the stories that they want you to watch in the order that they want you to watch them. So you're getting the information fed to you in a specific under specific doses at specific times in a well thought out, calculated manner to make it even more realistic and convincing in your brain. They've taken the time to make sure that they parse it out to evenly subdue the society.
That's true. Yeah, I never really thought of it that way. Yeah. Well, hey guys, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's give this room a final shout out. I mean, we're at the 3-hour mark, guys. Do you realize we've been going for 3 hours?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't. I've only been doing it for 2 hours. So,
Oh, okay. I got to give you an extra hour, I guess.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm not beat as you guys. You guys have been at it a little bit longer than me, but I'm glad I made it on.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. We really are glad you're here. It is always an honor to have you on it. It's refreshing to have articulated guests who's well spoken as you are. I enjoy you. I actually enjoyed your broadcast last night quite well. I fell asleep. I didn't make it to
liked
the very end.
The Dick Mountains. The Dick Mountains. The
what?
Map. The map.
Oh.
The maps that Noble was showing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I always think it's fun when we go through the maps and we look at stuff Noble points out. I always enjoy that. I don't know why. I get a charge out of looking at like newer places, because it's weird, man. Because I can tell you, like, just from when we started this 4 years ago, looking to now, it's like you can still see a lot of changes and stuff, and there might be very slight, but damn, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like, no, that wasn't like that. Or you just see something, happening, and it's almost happening in real time, it appears. But it's cool to check out the map.
And the thing with Noble, like with especially when he points out the geography changes, like he always seems to have one that I kind of sort of do remember, but I don't have a lot of certainty. But he has enough certainty to make up for my lack of certainty.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what?
He is so sure of of how he remembers it that one little bit of lack of certainty I have is diminished enough that I feel secure in believing that this change really did occur.
That is the hardest thing about working with a crew is when they're certain about something and you're not. But you have to. I don't want to ever lead the witness, so I try to be objective if I need be, because then I'll say, well, I don't know, and it's okay. I can admit that. I can just be like, I'm not going to just do it for the sake of the program or the sake of the show, and just be like, oh yeah, I just agree with everything. If I don't agree with something, I'll tell you, and I expect them to do the same for me.
Right.
If they don't see some, that's as honest as we want to be honest and transparent about this stuff. And so, it's okay if you don't remember certain things. It's okay if you're not on board. Other people might be, and you're just like, whatever, but yeah, Sandy brought up some interesting ones, and I wasn't even sure about a lot of those, to be honest with you. I feel like a lot of them were more like oddities to me, which I just will call now, like, I don't want to say they're Mandela, it's like odd things that did we know about? I don't know. I'd say, water's doing some weird shit these days, we're seeing a lot of that. So yeah, very, very interesting stuff that she was showing though. I got a win from one of the subscribers. He said that there was mold growing on spiders. I've never heard of that.
What?
So I got to look at it. Yeah, he said that he's a plumber. And he was working under a house, and he said that there was this mold growing on spiders, which made them like 3 times larger than they normally would be. Wow. I'm like, oh my God. And they were really hairy looking. He said, but there was mold growing. I'm kind of shook about that. I'm like, dude, how the hell did you finish that job, dude? Like, wow.
Really?
There's no absolutely. I would have been like, I'm done. I can't. I'm sorry. Here's your money back for the work I've done so far. Get yourself a new plumber. Peace out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mold on spiders. I'm just gonna look this up real fast because.
Well, while you're looking that up, I want to point something out about Noble that Sagi didn't. Is like, we talked about this a couple of years ago. We were it wasn't live. We weren't live when he was showing me all this stuff. He was showing me all the demon images that the maps were doing. And he brought it back up on last night's show, and it's so interesting to see how they've reformed and deformed, and they've changed, and the demon's face is now in certain areas, and it always seems to happen in like Beijing and like Puerto Rico and places like that. It's like, wow, man, it's like
there's some real quick here.
Okay.
Yeah, the mold does grow on spiders sometimes.
Moldy spider.
Moldy spiders. And they look hairier and this weird, right? I've never heard of moldy spiders. He was telling me about it. I was like, oh shit, I never heard of that. So that might be something I might bring up. Maybe we'll show some images. Here's one right here. Oof. Nuh-uh.
Oh man.
No, man, it's already bad enough.
Well, what if you saw that in your bathtub?
She's
it sounds like the bed and breakfast right before you leave Transylvania. Should we stay at the Moldy Spider, hon? I'm not sure about the Moldy Spider.
Again, another great name for a bed and breakfast. The Moldy Spider. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to stay at the Moldy Spider? That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's fine. Okay, they're showing me spider molds. Okay, that's fine. Oh. I was like, what are all these? I'm like, oh God, who's making molds of spiders? This is so wrong. I did have a lot of fun though when I was my niece got this Insects of the World kit. Like, it was so detailed, dude. Like, all of them were colored beautifully, like they were, rubber or plastic insects, and they had some big like tarantula ones, and they were colored, man. It was like they were perfect. So I took one to work, and I used to, when I worked as an engineer, I used to work in a clean room, a class 10 and class 100 clean room. but there was there was a little bit of enough lip on the, I think it was the class 10 clean room. I think it was the 10 one. The one, yeah. So anyway, one of the clean rooms had a little bit of slit in the door, right? And so I slid the spider underneath there. And the girls that were working in there, they actually were building parts. We're building pressure switches. These pressure switches have little snap discs inside of them, and they snap at a certain pressure, and they're basically, they go on your AC system in your car. So if it overpressures, it snaps off and shuts down the system before there's an explosion. Okay, it's a safety switch. Anyway, we're building these things, and I slipped it under the door, man. And I've never heard a blood curdling scream like this girl would. You know, it was so great. It was like, so I was trolling even back in the day, man. That's all I'm saying. Okay. It's been in me for a long time. And I had a lot of fun with those little critters. I think I had way more fun than my niece did. I took them and, because they had snakes and there was all kinds of stuff that you could just, you know, lay in it, you just throw it in the grass as you're walking into work and just watch people jump back as they're, you know, coming into work in the morning, you know, stuff like that.
Hey, let me ask you this. Get the same with the whole insect mode thing. Do you remember those things like you used to have? Well, you probably didn't used to have them, but they were out like when we were kids. There was this thing out where you could bake it in like a little oven, and it was like creatures and critters like spiders and bugs and all kinds of things that you like. I never had one, but I remember watching the commercials on TV where you could literally make spider candy or cockroach candy or ant candy. Do you remember those?
Yeah, sure. I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. I also remember, wasn't there something you could pour into a mold and like make it like tacky and sticky? Remember the
creepy crawlies?
The creepy crawly ones, right? Was that something you could make though? Was that what I'm thinking of? I don't know. There was some sort of toy that you would pour the goo in there and then let it sit, and then it would be like a rubberized rubberized toy. And I can't remember what they call. Was that the creepy crawly ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Creepy crawler's oven. Thank you, Milo. Yeah, see, I don't remember all these toys, but I remember something like that. Yeah, the creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
You don't have that kind of stuff anymore, man.
No.
Now there's an app for that.
No, it's like,
oh no.
Yeah.
That's sad. Yeah, we had some scary stuff as kids, though. Yeah, here it is. Creepy crawlies. Creepy crawly oven still sold at Walmart. $139. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Yeah, $139. You can still get it.
Huh? Really?
It's out of stock. It says out of stock, though. Damn. Oh man. Yeah, I'm surprised they're giving ovens to these kids. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. You know, I mean,
I thought they would totally. In this day and age, they would abandon that.
Well, you know, like I remember I got the wood burning, you know, kit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Like that wasn't a house fire waiting to happen. I'm serious. Like I got this kit that had this thing, like it was like a soldering iron. You just plug into the wall. No on-off switch, no safety switch. You could lay that on the carpet and burn the whole house down, you know? And that was fun. I'd be in my room burning like 2x4s and shit, writing my name in there, you know? I never thought anything about like how dangerous this really was.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Well, that's kind of like back in the 60s. I think they had these chemistry sets where kids would have they would mix like baking soda and explosives and there was actual explosives in some of those kits, like the same explosives like you would use to make bombs with. I'm not
right. Yeah. Well, in the 60s, they used to sell, do it yourself nitroglycerin. You know, that was fun. Yeah, and stuff like that. But a few accidents happen. Did you see I saw this video on Vimeo or something like that? Oh my god, I freaked out, dude. And so in certain countries, there's no regulations on their fireworks, right? They can get very powerful fireworks. This kid's holding this. I'd say it's like a round firework. It looks like one of those. Actually, it looks like one of those. It could have been one of those mortar shells. It was like that big. Those mortar shells you light and then you drop them in the mortar and it goes boom, and it makes the big explosion. Okay, well you can buy those, right? Well, it might have been one of those, but whatever it was, he was holding in his hand.
In his hand.
in his hand, and it exploded. And his finger, dude, no, dude, it was horrible. He blew his hands off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was messed up, man. His hands were so mangled and jacked. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like when you see stuff like that happen, you're just like, oh man, I'm kind of glad, maybe there's some regulations. I mean, because when you're older, you're like, we don't need regulations. Give me that half a stick of dynamite,
Yeah.
I can blow up that old shed up there, it'd be cool. Watch. But yeah, I mean, we do this thing.
We do that all the time with like M80s. Remember how powerful M80s used to be? Now they're kind of,
they're the M60s now, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they've toned it down.
Yeah, they toned it down. Yeah.
Now I hear the big thing to use is tannerite.
Tannerite.
You ever seen that? Oh, that's crazy. It's like it makes stuff explode, but it's a different chemical process. I'm not quite that well versed on it. I just know that it's legal, and that if you shoot it, it literally, that scene when remember the Dukes of Hazzard, where I think it was like Bo Duke, he shoots an arrow and he blows up the little, and you're like, oh man, who wouldn't want exploding arrows like with dynamite? Like that's why I thought the South was really like, like where can I get dynamite? Because we got dynamite running around. You just go get it, pick that shit up off the ground. I just really thought that was going to be the case, but it turns out that tannerite will blow shit up, man. It's pretty impressive, actually. You're just wow, I can't believe, but it doesn't blow it up in a, like I said, it's a different chemical process. Maybe somebody understands it better than I do. But if you look it up, let me see. I'll show you something being blown up by tannerite. One second here.
All right. I like seeing stuff getting blown up. I'm telling you.
All right. So this is 30 pounds of tannerite.
That didn't come out right.
Yeah, but this is in Texas. Let me just get to it here. All right. Yeah, let me show you. All right. So I'm going to share on the screen with audio. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so what we got here is tannerite. 30 pounds. These are the bodies. See, you don't have to do much to it. It's in its normal form. Just there you go. All right, he's duct taping to a tree there. Okay. There they are. He's got his gun there. He's gonna shoot this shit. Now when you see this thing, okay. Oh, it's about probably right here. I'm guessing. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice music. Oh, got the slow-mo camera going and everything. Oh, 30 pounds of tannerite. Here's what tannerite does. Okay, any day now, guys.
All right.
Shit. Do we really need all this? They're staying far back away from it, as you can see. It's a pretty good sized tree. Oh,
here we go. Huh?
Oh my God. Seriously, they're trying to make it all suspenseful. Just shoot the shit, man.
Yeah, this ain't Jaws.
Damn. I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Wow. Damn. There goes the tree.
Yeah. There you go. That's some Texas tannerite right there.
There you go.
You get that shit legally.
That's one way to take down the tree.
Yeah, I mean, you can cut it like a normal schmuck, but in Texas, we like to blow that shit up. You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. Tannerite. Let's see if I can buy. How much is it here? So here's 30 pounds of tannerite. It's $65 on infidel.com. Yeah. And the gnarly gorilla has a 6.5 pound starter kit of tannerite. Anyway, weird stuff.
Can you have that like delivered by Amazon?
Ooh, that's a good question. At Amazon, tannerite. Let's see. Reveals chameleon colors and it explodes. I think this is tannerite. Is this what it is?
Now we're gonna get ads
Baby
for right.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna get all these, and then get banned because Nancy Pelosi will be like, they're up to something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here it is. 10-pound. Well, no, I don't know what this stuff is. This is like you can buy raw nitrogen. I don't know.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I mean, let's see. I see aluminum sulfate. Is that considered? So I have to look up what. Like I said, it might be labeled in a different way to sell it. Yeah. So anyway, just I don't think they're selling on Amazon. It's probably not the way you want to ship it because of all the regulations.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, you see Amazon trucks exploding all over the place.
Yeah,
hitting a bump. Yeah.
It's just like I said. It's a different type of explosion. I'm not sure. That's the one thing.
It sounds like it's still combustion, nevertheless.
Well, it doesn't explode like in a normal combustive way. Apparently,
is it more of a chemical explosion than a? Is that what it is?
Hold on, I actually don't. I feel dumb because I know I'm talking about it. And I don't, and I've seen it in action, but I don't know what the hell it is. Tannerite. All right. So what it is? Tannerite is a brand of binary explosive targets used for firearms practice and sold in kit form. The targets comprise of a combination of oxidizers and a fuel, primarily aluminum powder, that is supplied as two separate components that are mixed by the user. The combination is relatively stable when subjected to forces less severe than a high velocity bullet impact. A hammer blow being dropped or an impact from a low velocity bullet or shotgun blast would not ignite the reaction. So you have to it needs a
volatile reaction. Yeah,
something from a shot, like a sniper rifle or a rifle blast, and then that way it can ignite the stuff. And there you go. So there it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I had no idea about how it was comprised. So that's pretty good stuff, man. Pretty interesting. Well, anyway, guys, listen, I know you need to wrap up the show. Let me get the hell out of here, and you guys do your thing. Okay?
Hold on. Well, thanks again for coming on, Dan. For real, sincerely, it's always a pleasure.
Let me
thanks for having
before you jump off. Would you mind giving the room just a quick shout out? Would that be cool?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's see here. Let me just go down the list here and let's see what we have. We have I'm just gonna scroll back up. I'm gonna start with Hang 10 Alien Surfer. We have Kentucky Cue Ball. We have Armor Up, Affected by Grace. The Slee Stack. Let's see here. Who else? I'm missing. There's Hebrew. Sorry, it's just I'm scrolling through. I don't have the list up of people. There's Milo as well. Milo is here. The Slippery Slee Stack. Let's see. Hang 10. Did I say Hang 10? I said Hang 10.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Is there anybody else I'm missing? I don't know how many people we have watching right now.
Michael Fontaine.
Fontaine is also with us. Good deal, man. Hey. Yeah. All right, man. Awesome. Did I miss anybody?
Well, you probably did, but it's cool.
Oh, I did? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, like I said, I'm just going by the chat list. I don't have a actual complete list here. Oh, but man, thank you all for allowing me to spend some time with you guys and be a part of this broadcast. All right, man. Well, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys real soon.
Okay. All right. Thanks again, Dan. Bye-bye.
All right, guys.
Take care. Oh, he's gone already. That was cool. Good old Scarabperformance for stopping by and hanging out with us. I didn't get his final thoughts. We're gonna need to do that someday, Sagi.
Si, senor.
We're gonna need now, please. We don't need to do the whole Taco Tuesday thing anymore because it's past Tuesday. So guess what that means? Guess what that means?
We're gonna whisper because it's Wednesday.
No, I'm gonna change out of these taco clothes into my normal clothes.
Oh, really? We can take off these annoying costumes?
Yes.
Cool.
And I'm changing the background. There we go.
All right. Now we're styling and profiling. Woohoo!
It sounds like Ric Flair styling and profiling. And I'm going to take down that nasty looking taco up there in the corner and place it with the good old American flag waving in the background. How do you like that?
I like them apples.
All right. So, I had a good time. I want to just reiterate, we do enjoy having Scarabperformance on here because he has a lot to bring to the show when he is here. And
yes.
He fulfilled his promise to us, so that's good for him.
Yes. And he's just all around nice guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Why not?
Yeah.
But we do have Kentucky cue ball, which I always like to call Kentucky blue ball for some reason.
Well, whatever works for you, man.
Yeah. I think that's really the only one he missed. We don't have too much left. We got like 10 people watching. So I do want to say my final thoughts are, for Taco Tuesday, it's been a great Taco Tuesday. I really enjoyed it. But now it is Wednesday. So happy Wacky Wednesday, everyone. And we do hope to see you guys on our next broadcast. And that's my final words.
All right. Well, I just did what you said. So there. Bam.
What? No, you got to say more than that.
All right. More than that.
That was funny, Sagi.
That was funny, Sagi. Do I have to say that too?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No, but yeah, it's been a great show. I always enjoy having Dan on. I hope our audience enjoyed it as well. And please hit the thumbs up button. Share with your friends. We like to grow our viewership. So, or anything you can do to help support that cause would be much appreciated. And like I mentioned earlier, I do appreciate everybody who has shown us support over the years and that shows up and supports our channel. I mean that sincerely. And that's all I got, buddy.
All right. Well, with that being said, that does it for Taco Tuesday. Be sure to catch our next broadcast, which might be Shifty Sunday, but we might have one before that. I don't know. But until then, this has been Sagittarically Speaking along with Hebrew 77. Wait, I said that backwards. This has been Hebrew 77 along with Sagittarically Speaking saying cheers up, and we'll see you next time. I can't seem to find the outro.
Well, I guess we're just stuck in this show forever. It's a show that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
It's the show that doesn't end.
Oh, yeah. Some people started streaming it not knowing what it was, and now they'll continue streaming it forever just because.
Because it's
a live stream that doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is going to end because I just found the closing.
Oh, shoot. All right. Well, let's do it.
It's taco time, ladies and gentlemen. And I guarantee you one thing. As soon as I leave here, I will be eating a bunch of food and then laying down for my slumber for the night. So good night, everybody. That's the end of the show. We hope to see you all again next time for Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. I said taco. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. So long, everybody. Ha ha. Yeah.